Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode... we episode 5 already.
5.
Numero 5. Cinco. Welcome.
The 5.
Numero 5 of Project Morana. We hope that you have been having a wonderful week and that you are just as excited as we clearly are about today's episode. Spoilers, if you've been watching, you might be knowing what year we're starting in. But if you don't, well then buckle in because everyone else was left on a hangover. A hangover? No, that was us. A cliffhanger. There we go. But before we get into all of that, we do first and foremost have some stuff, that we have to sweep up. So first and foremost, we would like to thank our supporter today. Thank you, Roll4It, for supporting today's episode. We love you. If you've ever been wondering how we do our rolls, especially with Call of Cthulhu, because there's like regular, hard, extreme, there's a lot of different effects, there's a lot of skills. It makes it automatically happen and does the math for us, which is wonderful. And of course, you can do other things with Roll4It. You can do board games. You can do card games. You can make your own custom sheets. They have like really cool lighting effects that you can do, and even animated stuff. Like, it's just wild. If you really want to get into the API code, you can even like link stuff to your OBS. It's wild and out there. But thank you, Roll4It. And of course, we do have some merch. You can check on over at designbyhumans.com/shop/roll4it, and maybe we'll get some character merch. I know that Char has been begging.
I need it.
Like, I need a mug with our characters
Let's
on
go.
it. I was like, I think I can make this happen. We'll see. But if you want that, let us know. Like, if you would buy it, maybe I'll see if I can get it together. And of course, we just want to have a little trigger warning here. We are going to be doing spoopy things. Maybe not so much today. We left off yesterday with spoops. I don't know if today's going to be spoopy, but if there is
only
anything,
happiness.
if there's anything that you are, uncomfortable about, it's okay to step away. We understand. You do what's best for you. And of course, today we want to thank our supporter, Hero Sheep. Bah! Thank you, Hero Sheep. We appreciate you so much. That was a pretty good one.
Man.
There you go. Oh, I like it. If you want to become a supporter just like Hero Sheep, you can head on over to our Patreon and become a legend here above. That not only gives you access to being a legend here and supporting an episode, but you get access to a private GM'd game. This time I'm GMing some spoopy stuff for our Halloween RPG, and it will affect the Halloween episode. If anybody follows our Santa RPG campaign, you're going to be like, what is happening? Because this is all goes into that. And of course, we have character sheets out for our characters and all kinds of other goodies over on our Patreon that you can get access to. Just check them out over there. And after shows that we do after every episode, which we'll definitely do one after this. We also have Twitch. You can subscribe to us. If you're watching us live right here now, you can hit that sub button and you get access to emotes and VODs in advance. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use your free Twitch sub on us, if you want, or you can just give that money to Jeff Bezos, whatever you want to do with your life. We also have YouTube over there. You can go become a YouTube member and get access to some of the emotes. And whether you're a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon supporter, you get access to our private Discord where we always have lots of chats. Last episode, there was a lot of discussion about things. And of course, we have lots of non-monetary ways to support us because we know not everyone can support us in a monetary way, and that's okay. You can watch us live here on Twitch, make clips, because we can only do clips while we're live. So clip away, my friends. And then you can also watch us on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment over there, and follow us on X, aka Twitter, and Facebook, and like and share and retweet and comment and all that jazz. And with that, I'm gonna hand it over to our keeper. I was like, which direction do I need to go?
I can't see anything.
I'm to your right.
That's a chair.
That way. Yeah, that's me. I'm the chair.
Alrighty. The date is Monday, September 12th, 1994. The time is 9:20 a.m. You are already a couple weeks into your classes at UBC. For some of you, the workload has been pretty manageable, But for others, you're starting to feel the weight pressed down on you already, especially for someone like Andy, who not only has to maintain hockey practice, but a few complicated introductory courses. You have all, including Benjamin, taken English 100, which turns out is almost a prerequisite for every degree, major, bachelor, whatever you want to call it at this school. So the cavernous lecture hall in the Faculty of Arts building is nearly packed with all of the students that are taking this. A lot of them here, mostly, as I said, because it is a prerequisite credit, one of the easier language credits that you can get, but also the fact that I feel like not many people know that there are other options. The professor is currently breaking down the structure of writing and literary terms. It's a dry and arduous process due to a combination of oblivious students as well as the people who feel the need to interrupt with their plethora of knowledge on the subject, leaving the 5 of you sort of isolated in a quiet-ish area of the lecture hall, surrounded by, again, the combination of very focused students as well as ones completely zoning out. And you have your own little space here. Now, I have a question for a few of you for the first few weeks. How many of you are going to be maintaining jobs while on campus?
Me.
I say Laura, Marie, and Andy. Now, starting
Hockey
with
is my job.
my life. Starting with Andy, what sort of job are you going to be taking?
I have a job. I mentioned it in episode 1, I believe. Or what, episode 2? I don't know. Whatever episode Andy appeared in first.
That was a while ago.
It feels like forever ago. I'm like, wait, I don't even remember episode. Andy is a barista. Andy makes drinks. So I'm sure homies come and you know, get their coffee, get their, or as Laura says, their drip. That's probably why Laura's spoiled by coffee. Barista buddy.
That's true. So are you like a always want to know where your beans are roasted, know the perfect temperatures and mixes?
I work in a coffee shop where everything is like, it's one of those small coffee shops that like people go to, but it's not like super well known, but the people who know about it and know when Andy's on duty, Andy will make you the best coffee. The rest of the baristas probably are just there. They're like, they don't really care about the coffee that they're making. They're just like, I have a job. I check into my job. I do it. I make the thing for the people. But Andy likes it. Andy enjoys it. Andy enjoys talking to different types of people. I think that's
nice. Are you working on campus or off?
I would assume off campus.
Okay, that's good. That's where you get the good tips because people have money off campus, and people appreciate a more finely crafted cup of hot mud than at school where people maybe just need to get that buzz. So I feel like you are probably well appreciated in this job, and because of that, I'm going to go ahead and. What is your credit rating right now at this day and age?
I think I made it kind of low. Credit, where are you?
It's basically session 0 for job.
Yeah.
I'm like, where am I?
I don't know where it is either. I'm looking for mine.
I thought it was here. I remember filling it out because I remember doing that. It's not in the C's. Oh, credit rating.
I never even filled mine out.
I'm a 30.
All right, I'll let you go up to 34 because you're
nice.
The area you're in does have some poshness to it. So, as I said, I think your clientele are very much like fancy folk. Not even like the commercial folk that are in the downtown core. It's like the house spouses that have afternoons off and don't really have much going on, so they can enjoy a real nice cup of brew and read out on the balcony. Although, as I said, maintaining a hockey practice and all of your courses might prove difficult in the future. Marie, what job do you have?
So Marie is gonna have two. The first is gonna be the rec room receptionist on campus. So basically, like, she set up her schedule so that every day she could be there for an hour to answer the phone and like give out the room keys for various areas of the rec room. And then she's also going to be a waitress at a diner nearby Annie in her apartment.
Okay. And for the rec room, what sort of person, or what do you bring into that job in terms of just like attitude?
Oh, she doesn't care at all. She's just there to sit and be paid to work on her homework while doing other stuff intermittently as people come up. Definitely more of an effort is put into the serving job at the nearby diner.
Nice. Well, that's good that you mentioned studying during the first one, because that will make things a bit easier, but also again maintaining a job. I'm gonna say your credit score, your credit rating is currently 0. So we're gonna go ahead.
Because everything has to go to my rent, so I have no wiggle room on my money because we took the 2-bedroom.
That's true.
Look, I'm looking out for future us.
So are you saying that it's the 90s and Andy will be taking care of all the finances?
Oh yeah.
All right.
But that's what I mean. I'm at 0 because I do need to pay. I pay the rent. Andy pays everything else.
I like it. All right. And finally, Laura, what job are you maintaining?
I'm taking like a regular credit load at school, but I'm working part-time at the let me make sure I got the name right. It's the Strand Union building, the sub building, doing admin work. So working in the office with people who are older than her who work at the college, but doing like purchase requisitions, like filing things, doing what seems like really menial paper pushing tasks. But in between classes, she's like beelining it to the Strand Union building to sit down and work for 2 hours before her next class and leaves 10 minutes prior, and then kind of goes back and forth throughout the week and days.
Nice. I feel like you also work with probably the person who was supposed to be at the entrance building on your first day. So you kind of got a little bit of like leeway in the beginning just because she felt very apologetic for fucking you over.
Yeah, I probably looked at a job posting and happenstance brought us together, and I'm hoping, I hope that my job skills got me the job, but I'd be okay not knowing if it was because she felt bad for me.
That's fair. I'll give you 2 more on your credit rating.
Okay. So do I add that? I just add that to my already.
Just
you
add
edit
2
it
more.
and then you just add it.
Okay, I put more in my credit rating than you two, I think. So I feel like
that's okay. Maybe maybe your mom is giving you like a allowance every week or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how your family structure is.
My parents help me out, but I still have to work a lot.
I was thinking I was like lower middle class, so I was like 30 seems good-ish, right?
Yeah, mine's 42 now.
And Nate, while your friends are being responsible adults, apparently hockey is your job. So
Hey now,
Shade from the keeper.
that is. Look, I don't know if any of y'all have played a collegiate sport. I have not, but I know people who have. And at a high level, the amount of work that is required, to the amount of workouts, the amount of practices, the amount of attention to diet and health and different things like that. Nate has a full-time job, but it is hockey. He is swamped at work. And also, weirdly, I didn't realize this. I somehow ended up with a 65 credit rating.
My God.
So what I'm going to say is this. if with your permission, Keeper, I
Go for
don't
it.
know how true this is of hockey schools, let alone UBC, but there have been issues, certainly in America, with universities low-key illegally paying certain athletes on their programs in order to allow them to be there. This has been a scandal multiple times, including people being stripped of awards because of this.
Oh, are you part of a scandal?
Wow.
But it's not unheard of. Like it's uncomfortably common for star athletes. Now, obviously, Nate is not in like the most glamorous position, but would you be willing to allow him to be getting a little bit of money under the table to basically be paying off what few student loans he actually does have to take?
Would Nate be aware that this is illegal, or
Legal.
does he think that he's getting paid to do hockey?
Ooh, can I roll to determine? Okay.
Go
Oh,
ahead
yeah,
and
okay.
let's roll just a flat intelligence.
Okay. All right, intelligence. Here we go.
Ooh.
Failure. 48 versus 40.
I love this for you that you don't know.
Yeah.
As you know, you were the only scholarship this year, and that things are hurting out there. And despite animosity amongst some of the crew, you are being given what is being called a stipends by the organization.
Yes. Can we
And
say, since it was close, that I have an idea that I shouldn't talk about it that much, but I don't actually know that it's illegal?
Yeah, it's more you think that they've basically ingrained in you that it's more out of respect for the other players. That as part of your scholarship and as part of your pedigree, the university has been allowed to give you a stipends.
I hope you tell
And-
Andy this so Andy can break
Oh,
into
yeah.
your poor little heart.
No, I think Andy I think Nate has told everyone in the group at various points, or maybe not yet, but he will have
Not
told
yet,
everyone in the
yeah,
group.
okay.
Yeah, probably by the end of the first semester. Like, if you're friends with Nate, he's probably
I
he's
will
probably
say
mentioned
what
it.
you're saying, Jeremy, is completely right. I went to college on a scholarship for track and field, and it is no easy thing. And the girls that were on the team that I was part of, none of them had jobs, and they were like, our work, the amount of stuff that we had to do was insane, and I was never able to keep up with them. That I quit. Like, I was like, I left that college because I was just like, I couldn't keep up with it, and have 2 jobs to be able to pay for my tuition.
Yeah, it's hardcore. Because, like, you're, for a lot of those people, you're training to be a pro. And
Oh yeah, and
professional
scholarships
sports-
don't always mean that they pay your whole way. They will pay a portion. Like, they only paid a
Yeah.
portion of my schooling. So.
Well, now that we
Yeah.
know how everyone is making their money, legally or otherwise, I have some more questions for everybody, and I'll do the reverse of this one. As I said, it's been 2 weeks since the official start of class, and I'm curious, starting with Nate, of your classes, what has been your main focus?
Okay.
Behind the scenes, I sort of gave everybody a break. They gave me classes that they were interested in, and I gave them a breakdown of sort of the first semester
Interested.
of that.
These are.
So you
I have
can-
to take them.
What is
Yes.
what is your main focus of those, not including English,
Yeah.
the classes I sent you?
So Nate's thought process is, look, I gotta get a degree, or at least I gotta go to school to get noticed and be on this team so that I can make the NHL. That is Nate's ultimate goal. So the classes are, from my perspective, basically incidental. I didn't want to do anything special, so I glanced at the sheet, saw a list of majors, saw general studies, and selected general studies. Was looking at different class names, whatever. Okay, I gotta do English, cool. I gotta do sociology. That's how Nate would immediately like. Sociology, is that psychology? I don't know. It's probably like that, sure. And then something about introduction to general relations or something. Again, sounds good. Introduction, yeah, probably easy. Did not pay attention to the fact that it's a 300 class. Did not pay attention to the fact that there's actually not general. Do you want me to say what it actually is, or do you want to play that out?
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nate was not really paying close attention to this and did not notice that the word is not general studies, but is in fact gender studies. And Nate has signed up to be a gender studies major. And so the class that has probably taken the most of his attention has been Introduction to Gender Relations, because Nate is utterly in over his head. He's not against any of this, but it's just he never has given this consideration at all, and is utterly, he's in deep water right now, and so that is absolutely his main focus.
Yes. So the course itself at this time is focusing on intersectionality. Man, this is complicated for me as well, and I researched it. And it examines, it's an examination of how gender intersects with other social categories such as race, class, sexuality, and disability, and how these intersections shape individuals' experiences. And with all of that in mind, Nate, can you please give me an anthropology roll?
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. I have a 1 in anthropology.
I am well aware.
All right, let's see here.
Mhm.
That is a failure, a 20 versus 1.
Oh, that's pretty close.
I got close.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, a mistake on your part and an oversight on the university's part to allow you to take the 300 course when in fact there was a reduced introductory course that is 222. But
usually,
not wanting
and to put this into perspective for people who are watching, usually you take 100 classes in your first year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just generally.
It's like an umbrella. You take the full umbrella first and then sort of break it down, but not wanting to hinder your potentials. They allowed this to happen, but like a deer in the headlights, the moment that the professor starts writing down what you'll be learning, just everything tunnel vision Nate for the next hour.
The color drains from his face as much as it can.
Yeah. You're waiting for the L to be added to gender and the D to be removed and some of the letters to be reorganized, and it never happens.
Shar needs to say what Shar was saying in the private chat, because I would feel like that is that's what's happening right now.
Oh, I just said that, the teachers are all just giving Nate 60% to just let him scoot by every class somehow, 60%.
I mean, we'll see. The first 2 weeks, not so great. Sorry, Nate.
Oh no.
Laura, what is your class of interest right now?
Laura is a double major in music composition and business. Just kind of like, I got to do it all right now. So her two main focuses is Music Theory 103, which teaches you like the basics of music, essentially, like pitch, rhythm, timbre, all that kind of stuff. And so she's kind of focusing on getting her foundation down, because she's probably tried to teach herself how to play guitar, just knows a few tabs, but now she's getting the gist of what it really means to know music. And also a business 101 class, which is, history of business and its role in society and the economics of that that it plays. So it's probably very boring and something she does not want to be taking, but she's trying to balance out the music with business because she needs a fallback in case something happens down the road.
I'm trying to think what role this would be for, because technically there is a art role, but I don't think you actually took it.
I think yeah, let me look really quick, because I know I try to find, there's not a music, is there?
No, there's a specific, I think there's a category of sort of craft or art. But in that case, let's go ahead and
If it's business, could it be accounting?
Yeah, let's roll for your business and go ahead and
no,
roll.
that's not a good face.
I got a 5 in that bad boy, so
you're all
Better than a
university
1.
students, so it makes sense.
I also have a 5.
all right, let's see
Where's
how I do in
business?
my
I don't think I have that at all.
I don't think business. That's just the class that she took.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see.
suggested accounting.
Oh, accounting.
Oh, that's bad. It's a failure.
Oh.
71 versus 5.
Oh no!
Oh
Yikes.
Oh no!
Would you describe Laura as like a starry-eyed artistic spirit?
With that role, I would say I think what it is that if it's something that doesn't interest her a lot, she tends to kind of get the glossy-eyed. I'll figure it out later, and then by the time you need to figure it out, it's a little too late. And so it's probably
you're describing ADHD and my entire life.
yeah. So it's literally like that. Like I'm not interested in this right now. You don't feel the crunch and pressure of needing to know this for a test, and so I'm not paying attention in the ways I should be.
Okay. With that, then I'll say that you're focusing more on the musical side of things, but your business class is lacking a little bit for the time being. Oof. To know.
Oh gosh.
Marie, tell us about your area of focus.
So Marie's is trying to major in liberal arts with a special of writing. So she's in English, literature, creative writing, writing process and practice, and writing for genre fiction. So with all these in mind, they've been spending most of their time focusing on writing for genre fiction, which was a bit of a surprise to them how much they enjoyed the genre fiction writing. So that's taking up a lot of her time.
All right. Once again, I think. Ooh, never mind. Oh man, this is gonna be good for you, I think. Go ahead and roll me. Now am I gonna be mean? Roll me luck first, just to see how lucky you are in your first 2 weeks on how applicable your classes are to your existing knowledge.
I was so close.
So close.
63 versus 60.
You, on some of your first classes, you roll in, English. You want to be a writer, but it's the history they focus on first. The history of the different genres: fantasy, fiction, mystery, romance. And when you thought it was going to be more of a structural analysis of those different genres from a theoretical standpoint, it's more of their place in history and examples of that. So rather than rolling a language own, roll me a history roll instead.
This is cruel and unusual.
All right. I failed again. 37 versus 5. We're all failing. This is so stressful.
Would you like to explain to me why Marie's not doing great with the history of genre?
I think it's for exactly what I was mentioning before. So there were a few exercises in the first class about like getting to dabble in each of these genres, and she loved it. She thrived and started honing in on that horror, thriller, mystery genres. But getting into learning and memorizing history for tests, she doesn't test well. She got test anxiety. Nobody needs that. No one wants that. I went into liberal arts. I'm not here to, do multiple choice and at least make it open book.
It doesn't help that your literature class is making you read like Hemingway and Douglas and Stevens. So it's not the spiciest of things to be learning on your first couple weeks. But all right, Andy, coming in hot. Got a lot of competition here.
Oh, look, all this failure? No, I'm joking. I just fail worse than all of you guys. I'm just kidding.
Well, here's the thing, Andy. Before you let us know what your main classes of focus are, you did tell me, the keeper, that you are also maintaining a job as well as hockey practice. So
I am, sir. I am that.
it might be tough, but go on and tell us what your focus is.
Yes, I am. Andy is doing a barista thing. whenever they're not at school. But they have 3 courses that they're taking primarily. So biology right now, which they're learning about the Mendelian genetics. So, the principles of like dominant recessive genes, the law of segregation and independent assortment. So kind of interesting stuff. I feel like Carl might be interested in that stuff right now. And then in the future. And then also chemistry, which right now they're learning about like the atomic structure. So the structure of atoms, including the nucleus, electrons, and atomic models. And then the one that is probably Andy's least favorite, which is Economy 100. And this is microeconomics, so not macro. And this is exploration of microeconomic principles, which focuses on like the behavior of individual agents, including consumers and firms. And it's very boring. So supply and demand, analyzing supply groups and the demand curves and market equilibrium and price determination and all that stuff. And then consumer behavior, which is like studying of consumer preferences, like theory and consumer choices in regards to utility. And then firm behavior, which is examining like the production cost of things and the profit maximization and marketing structures and making sure that you have like the perfect competition monopoly and all of that stuff.
That's
a board game?
It's very dry. Marie says that at some point, doesn't
Yeah.
Well, kind of like the board game, yeah, but different, a little different.
You always beat me at that.
I'm
So
gonna
you'll be
nice.
great.
So
I'm
when you
gonna be
ask
nice.
what my focus is it what I like the most or is it what I hate the most?
Okay, I'm going to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nice keeper, despite what the other 3 will tell you. You planned ahead, and you have a skill called sciences biology.
I do.
I'm gonna go ahead and get you to roll that, but because of the hockey and the barista and the multiple other
It's gonna be a hard roll.
classes, it's gonna be a hard roll.
Yeah, figured. And I would have said biology is definitely the one that. Where is biology? Or
It's
is
kind of
that
the
called
bottom right of your
bottom?
of your skill sheet. It's got its own little fun section
Oh,
called
it does. Sciences. Okay. They say that I have put points in this, and I thought about this. I have a 21, so it's better than 5.
Than a 1 and a 5.
but I didn't put very high because I'm still going to school. All right, here we go. This is probably unlikely. 48 out of a 10. Ooh. No.
Tough couple weeks, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, with all of that said, as I previously described, you're sitting in the Faculty of Arts lecture hall, English 100, and you are all looking a bit haggard, a little worse for wear, as you all sit in your little private echo chamber. Benjamin sort of looks over at all of you. He's sort of on the end, and he says, tough week, the buds?
Tough week, and it's Monday.
Yeah.
Can I, out of character, can I roll to see how well the athletics are going? Do I have a redeeming grace? Do I have a saving grace out of this?
Don't worry, that comes later.
I was wondering that too.
All right.
I got you.
I think that Andy puts their hand on Marie, if Marie's okay, and puts their other arm around her and is like,
it's gonna be all right. We'll make it through it. But yeah, I didn't have the best week. What about you, Ben?
Not bad. I've pretty much filled my schedule with things that I like. And then I was told I had to take a science, and one of them was computer science, which seemed fun. Turns out the computers are complicated.
I can help you, Ben, with that. I have one.
Oh, I mean, I do too, but it's...
Well, like, I know how to use them a little bit, so I could help if you need.
I think it's more like the inner workings of computer stuff.
Are you
Kinda like
taking them apart?
chemistry and biology stuff.
I think that's more engineering. No, it's like assembly and stuff. I think we're going to be learning at some point. Computer bits, bytes. I think someone said binary a couple times.
Well,
They said that in my class.
Which class are you taking computer too, Nate?
No. I'm taking this class, Introduction to Gender Relations, and I don't
Why are
know
you taking
what they're
that?
talking about, but they've said the binary, right? That's what you said? They said that like 10 times.
But binary code's different, I think. Because
I don't know. They talked about coded too. They said different things were coded in certain ways. Am I in a computer class?
No.
It might be in a computer class, bud.
Do computers have genders?
I don't.
Depends on the language.
Ben looks like Ben's cheeks kind of flush a little bit, and he says, I don't know, my computer has a lot of genders sometimes, but usually I'm alone.
You in it.
Completely goes over my head. Like, huh. Okay. So yeah, I messed up, guys. I thought I was coming here. Like, I'm here for the hockey, okay? I didn't really look at the list. And now I'm in a class. I'm in this class, Introduction to Gender Relations.
Wait. Nate, what'd you take for your major?
I thought I was taking general studies.
Let me see that. Let me see. You have your sheet, right? With
Your
Yeah.
syllabus.
Yes. I hand him the syllabus.
And he takes it out and is looking over it. What does it say?
It would say it would list English. It would list sociology and like introduction to sociology specifically, and describe like what the class is, and then introduction to gender relations, which is a 300 level class. And it would I guess
I
if
think
it
you're
lists
taking
major.
gender studies, not general studies. Look right here.
Okay.
Is that
So
a
what
Did you
is
300?
type it in
gender?
wrong?
No, what is gender though? I asked in my class and they couldn't tell me there.
I think that's what you're going to find out.
That might
It's
be
a
the
300
whole
level.
subject.
You'll have to
Are you-
tell us.
Yeah,
Did they
I'm
not have
confused.
anything less for you, bud?
I thought 300 meant it was better.
It's harder, usually.
That makes sense.
One of my classes is about writing, and we don't even get to write. It's about memorizing the history of writing. Bullshit.
Man.
Well, don't you have to learn from things to make new things?
I guess, but I don't want to emulate other people. I want to do my own thing. I mean, it would be different too if it was actually about, tropes and things that, learning the rules so you can break the rules when you're creating your own stuff. But this just feels so, I don't know, basic.
Like
You
school?
look over and the board says literature rules, but it's like plot and like
Man versus
chapters.
man.
not
Man
even that.
versus nature.
It's literally the breakdown of like what a plot is, what a chapter is, what a
At least this is an easy A. And I gesture to the board.
one of the students in front of you says, "Yeah, you're for you."
Sorry.
I got a paperback the other day and they said I had a run-on paragraph. Does that happen?
Run-on paragraph? How did
I
you
just-
write a paragraph as a run-on?
He said something about a lot of commas.
You put that many commas that a paragraph became another paragraph?
I guess I was writing.
You're gonna
Is
give
we-
Marie a heart attack.
You know what I do? Before I submit anything, or when I'm getting ready to edit, you got to read it out loud. When you're reading out loud, you'll know when you want to put a comma or when you want to put a period, and you'll know when you break long enough that you need a new paragraph.
And I just
Hot
felt like
tip.
it was like I felt like it was really good, and I was like, this is how my brain thinks thoughts. But apparently that wasn't grammatically correct.
There's a hey Laura, there's a program that you can download that helps you edit. It's just Word. It's just called Word.
Oh, like the Microsoft thing?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Marie's probably the kind of person who uses a typewriter, like with a Raven,
I like to
Um,
write by hand
But
for
you,
now.
with a
You
feather
can't-
quill.
Don't tempt
Uh,
her. She will get a feather quill.
That would be cool.
At hearing
cool.
word, Nate leans over to Andy and he's like, "Word to your mother."
Word to your mother.
It
Rad.
goes in for a fist bump. Yeah.
Just
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of like
counter fist
awkwardly
bump.
put try bump.
Yeah.
Just like
Try
reaching
bump.
over Marie to fist bump.
Not hard because they're so small.
Do you do you all have like any experience with, I thought it was like social psychology, but it's just sociology. I'm not quite, I think it's study of social, I think it's like social studies, but not history. And then
What does
also
it mean?
the
Like partying?
No, here, I pull back the page that I handed Andy. See, an overview of the field of sociology, its history, and its relevance in understanding social phenomena. So I guess it's like about phenomenal stuff, like awesome stuff.
Social
Not like that.
phenomena.
It's more like social dynamic things. So, for instance, like when a group of people all follow another person, even though like that person's running and everyone else thinks they need to run and follow that person, like what, like the psyche behind like why people react like
Oh.
that type of thing.
Or
I
like
actually have to
the
take that.
bystander effect.
Yeah, kind of like that stuff.
What's that?
I do have to take that eventually.
It's
What's the
kind of
bystander?
like where something really terrible is happening, and because there are multiple people witnessing it, nobody
They all
really
just watch.
does anything to prevent it or help. Everyone's just like, somebody else will do it, and you become a bystander.
Oh, okay. That happened to me.
When? What?
So, like, I was in first grade and I was playing hockey against, like, street hockey against the other kids, and I was faster than them. And then one of them got real mad. He was, oh my gosh, this kid, his name was John Urquhart, grabbed me by the ankles and held me upside down and was just shaking me back and forth. And all the other players were just watching.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
That is a perfect example.
You were not the bystander, they were the ones that were
Right.
watching.
I wasn't standing. I was being held.
Mhm.
Were you okay?
I wasn't then,
I've heard
but I
this
feel
story
okay now.
before.
I mean, like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Kids
what
are
guys do.
mean.
Yeah. It's what guys do,
You should say that in your gender
Yeah.
class.
guys.
I
are
write it down.
assholes. That'll get you an A.
like writing down, guys bully each other.
I've got to
This is all
watch
part of
movies
gender.
for my class. It's
You get to watch
tough.
movies?
Cool.
Yeah.
What class did you take?
It just says film, and he sort of like shows you his pamphlet, and it just says film on it. As it's like I said, I could comp sci, film, and art history, and one of them just has me watch movies. I rented some of them from the library. Maybe guys' night, movie night, and we can help Nate do homework.
I'm down. I want to watch movies.
You
Yeah.
can't, apparently, because you're a guy. You're not a guy.
Yeah, that would defeat the whole guys' night thing.
Can
we
I
make
invite myself
exceptions,
to guys'
Ben?
night?
We can
Sure.
put a banana in our pants.
It
But
was
wait.
mostly that, like.
Oh, if
you
they
know,
put the
fo-
banana in the pants, I'm in.
No, but this
There
is
will
one of the
be-
things they mentioned in the class is you don't need the banana. I didn't know this, but you
Ah.
can be a guy without a banana.
All right. I
But it's more
fist bump
fun.
Laura.
I fist bump Marie back. See, look, we can come right.
And it's the full chip cult movie night.
We're all guys
What's
on
the movie?
night.
I will.
what are
Well,
our options?
for homework, I gotta watch Metropolis.
Meh.
Casablanca.
Mm,
I also don't have to. I have movies I
White
enjoy
Castle?
watching. What?
Casablanca?
no.
Yeah, the White Castle.
No, it's like
I've
a
heard of
super
it.
old. It's an old movie. Like it's famous for
Is
some
that what the
reason.
restaurant is named after?
Here's the thing, though. I totally have seen these movies before, and I would much. I have.
Well, which one's
Tell you
the
what.
best one then? If you've seen them all.
I don't want to say it because I know you guys make fun of me sometimes when I get real insular about things that are not popular.
No,
They kind
we
of like
don't make
raises
fun
an
of you.
eyebrow.
You're fine.
We only do it because that's
we
what
do it in
guys do,
jest.
and
It's
we're
for
all guys.
fun.
Oh, see, you're already getting an A. Metropolis is very expressionist, and I like things that people don't understand a lot.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
okay.
Maybe you can make us understand it.
Sure. We could
I can't
also,
tell. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We'll try. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say I also got other movies that we could watch if you don't want to do homework with me.
No. I'm good at watching film. We have to do it for the team all the time. Like I can help you take notes. I'm good at that. Like we have to watch
All
a
right.
lot of film for the team.
Are you all
So
free on Wednesday then? Wednesday night?
Well, no, I
Yeah.
don't want to make it weird. If you wanted to do a guys' night, I don't
I
have
was-
to come.
They were talking about gender. I thought it might
Oh.
be like a bonding thing. We can fart and kind of
I might
other
sit it
guy
out then if
things.
that's what you all are gonna do while watching.
Everybody farts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
but
on.
Not in a collective.
Have you
group.
ever had like
I write
a
that down.
farting contest where you basically try to see who can fart the longest or fart
Andy
the
can
alphabet?
fart on command.
I can
It's
fart
so
the
cool.
alphabet.
Wholeheartedly
Hidden
saying I've
talent.
never done that.
Oh,
Andy,
you gotta try it.
whisper the alphabet right now.
Oh God.
Dude, you're gonna get me in trouble.
I pull up my sweater.
Nobody's paying
Spell?
attention.
Do I need to do that too?
All right, Andy.
It's bad.
Andy starts like farting the alphabet. Just starts doing it.
A disturbance is definitely made as a collection of
We're all
of
giggling.
students around you start giggling, and some of them like seem offended, and the class that very ominous feeling where you realize the entire class has sort of gone silent and the professor is just looking up at your group. not saying anything, just sort of staring, waiting patiently
Gets
for
to the end.
attention.
Is it like the ABCs song? Like, can Andy adjust the pitch from things so it sounds like he's farting the ABCs song?
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I just suck at it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Guys, I think Laura's eyes go up
Sorry.
to the professor.
We're just going over the alphabet for English.
Clearly, I've started this course a little bit too advanced for some of you then. Perhaps I should go back to even more of the fundamentals. A being the first and Z obviously being the last of the alphabet. Shall we speak to the middle? Or are
Andy
you...
will fart both of those letters.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't. Sometimes people can't control themselves. We'll be quiet.
I should hope so. And sort of goes back and starts writing again, just the most fundamental of literature, like writing structures.
Andy leans in and is like,
Laura, you're apologizing more than us, and we're Canadian.
If my parents find out I get kicked out of a class because someone I knew farted the alphabet, it's not gonna go good for me. I don't think.
What? I can't fart? Like, what's it gonna
Everybody
do? Report me for
farts.
Exactly. It's biology.
I don't think
We-
this is.
Is
don't
it
think it's
different in
really, like-
Canada?
I also don't think it's much. It's not really like high school, right? Like if we get kicked
We
out, it's
can
like
leave.
we're adults, and this is. I mean, we won't get a good grade, but
I know, but when my parents get my card with my grades on it, they're gonna be pissed if I don't do well.
Next to Laura's thing, it's like, watch someone fart in class.
Listen, it's funny, but like I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't hunker down.
Okay.
Hold the
Alright,
farts
well-
in for right now. Let them out after.
All right.
Wednesday movie night.
I'll save them for Wednesday.
My dorm room, right across from Nate's. So
Can we start
Ooh.
late? Because I have to work. I'm on the 4 to 7 shift that night.
sure, show up 8:30.
Awesome.
I mean, I
I
would
can't
say
stay up
bring
too
chips,
late
but I think
I gotta
that's
work in the
the-
morning.
Yeah. I have workout in the morning, but I can stay for a little bit. I can
I'll
watch a
play
movie.
We can play one of the shorter ones then.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good.
I'll bring ketchup chips.
I'll bring dip.
Roast.
I'm still bringing salt and vinegar.
Basic but strong.
We'll have
Not
to
a-
get group like jackets made with each of our selective ones. And then Ben just like goes to
Ooh.
like kind of just like absentmindedly taking notes now.
I'll get some barbecue.
All right, all right.
Is there
Can
any
somebody help me study for this class? Sorry, not right now, but like later. I'm just gonna ask right now. I think I'm gonna need a lot of help in this gender studies class. And you all seem to know a lot more about gender than I do.
Is there a book? Does it come with a book? A textbook?
Yeah. Can't.
Okay.
I don't understand anything that's happening in it.
Okay.
I was hoping one of you could help me with that.
I mean, I could
Got it.
help. I mean, I'm not in the class, but I could help, I could skim the textbook and kind of flag key pages that seem to be critical.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. Yeah. When do you want to do that?
I mean, today I'm at the rec room for an hour between classes. I could do it then if you just give me your book.
Okay. Should I be there?
Sure. I mean, do you
Okay.
want to hang out?
Yeah. Okay.
Nobody ever comes to the rec room.
Yeah, sounds good. Look,
Great.
and I can work out while we're talking. It won't have
Yeah.
weights, but I can do push-ups and I can do some sprints.
Yeah. We have I don't know what it is, but people pull themselves on it.
Oh, pull-up bar.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
must be that.
Yeah, sounds good.
person-
Yeah, sounds great.
The person in front of you turns around and says, "Excuse me, can you please keep it down?
Sorry.
Thank you." Sort of
Shit,
like
I
turns
feel
back
bad.
again.
I don't.
I wish I had your I don't even know what to say. What is that? You have like lack of shame in a good way.
Yeah, I guess.
Courage.
So Ben, you want to do a guys' night? Some of the hockey guys are planning a little thing. If you want to come with us.
Kind of like thinks for a long moment. Yes. Sure.
Sweet.
All right.
Andy nudges Nate and says,
Looks like Ben's gonna come out with us and the guys.
The thing in particular, it would be on Saturday at midnight. Chase and the other seniors have invited the team to come out for some sort of party.
Okay, so it's Saturday, midnight. You in? Yeah?
So, sure. A bunch of
Sweet.
the hockey guys. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Laura, do you have anything going on? I've got one night free, I don't even have an evening shift that day. And I feel like you know cool things about this area that I don't know.
So you want to go out while they go to a scary forest party?
I don't know. It could be. What day is that? Saturday? Yeah, that's the day.
Yeah, it's like at midnight Saturday.
Well, do you want to come? There's this place. I think it's downtown. It's like a music venue. I don't know.
Cool.
We could
Sure.
go listen to music and see what it's about. I think it's called the Town Pump.
The Town Pump. I write it in my agenda.
Yeah, we can go there. I've been meaning to go since we've got here, but I've just been so bogged down with maybe going out will make me snap out of this study rut because I just don't want to study. like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause
heard
you
that
gotta
avoiding
live.
studying helps you study.
And it's a weekend, so I'm allowed, right?
Yeah. Maybe there'll be something like a battle of the bands or something.
Ooh, I'll look and see if they have any flyers, but I think we should go there. Maybe it'll
Cool.
suck, but maybe it'll be fun.
It'll be fun regardless, even if it's terrible.
You could finally tell me like who you listen to and what music you like and stuff. You
Yeah.
listen to music, right?
I mean, whatever's on the radio.
Oh, well, that's fine. We could, I mean, I got a lot that I could show you.
Cool. I'm into it.
And like Laura nods and then goes down, and you can see she's starting to take like actually pretty meticulous notes. Like
Oh, by the way-
everything from the board is being written down in her notebook now.
Oh, and by the way, if any of you guys need some of that drip in the morning, 5 a.m. shift at the coffee shop. So
I'll be there. I mean, not at 5, but I'll be there.
I thought that was a slang for something else entirely.
what do you think it was for?
Weed?
Drip for weed?
I don't know.
What are you, liquid weed?
Yeah, that's a thing.
I've never tried weed.
Is it? Liquid
Me
weed's a
either.
thing?
I would, but I can't. They
Oh, yeah,
drug
they-
test us.
Yeah.
We do
I mean, I
tests,
do
so.
have some if we want to make movie night a little bit more. It would
Can't
make
really do that.
Rashomon or I don't want to watch Metropolis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can watch anything else. Misery, Back to the fucking Future. I'm not watching
That
Metropolis.
movie's
again.
awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen Back to the Future. That one's great.
Do you have
That's good.
Jurassic Park on VHS?
The library might.
That
I can
movie's
swing by the
amazing.
library later and I can try to see if they have it.
All right.
Yes.
He also
Ooh.
he looks at you, Nate, like almost his face almost like stones with how serious he is. He's like, I also have a guilty pleasure. I may have picked up the Mighty Ducks.
Okay. I retract my yes for Jurassic Park. The Mighty Ducks is at the top of the list.
Dude, Mighty Ducks is the best.
Gordon
David and I
Probably
watched
better than
Mighty Ducks. Like,
Inspiration.
we have a religious thing. We watch Mighty Ducks like once a year.
Yeah.
way better than Metropolis.
All
I
right.
mean, I can't imagine it not being.
It's also only been 2 years since the Mighty Ducks came out, so
And
you're-
we've watched it every year since.
Yeah, it's an annual thing since it came out, man.
Like
You
I said,
know when a tradition is born.
does just answer me one question. Does Metropolis star the inimitable Emilio Estevez as Gordon Bombay?
inimitable.
I don't know what it means, but I heard it and it sounded good.
Kind of like looks to the front board and sees if it's written down, and that's where you got it from. No, it's got Bridget Helm, Fritz Rasp, not Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. Look, Bombay wins. That's what I'm saying.
All right. And with that, all of you roll language own.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Where is that?
Yeah, where is language own?
Bottom right, if you have it.
Oh, there it is.
I
see it
don't
now.
have it. What happens if I don't have it?
I don't know how you don't have it. I think you
I
have
don't-
it, Margaret.
I do.
Marie
Where is
has it. Laura
Oh,
has
wow.
it.
I got.
I have it?
Hey,
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
it's because it says languages and then it's just own. It starts
Own.
with O.
Oh, I got you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Alright.
got a hard success.
Nice.
21 versus
Nice.
64.
Oh my gosh, 58 out of 37. That's it.
I failed.
Oh, I
Wait,
failed.
that's
72
not
versus
right.
33.
Only one of
57
you.
versus
How come
50.
it says 30? Oh, because I'm on hard. I got to reroll. Sorry.
Okay.
75 out of 75.
Ooh.
Just
Nice.
barely.
Oh.
Woo.
Uh,
It was the alphabet farps, man.
I think it's very thematic that Laura hard succeeds because you're probably one of the only people really paying attention during this conversation.
Mhm.
Andy's just, good at English. So you can mark those, and when the time comes, you can later see to roll if you progress in this class. I can't believe I'm only now just explaining that was what I was doing, because only people succeeded now.
Look, I'm not surprised.
Wild.
Woof.
my.
Well, the class continues again. Just really the fundamental breakdown of literature, but the time is now 3:05 p.m. Marie, you have made it to the rec room between classes, and as you said, it is dead. Even the first years, who shouldn't already be burnt out, are, much like yourself, really feeling the struggle of the contrast between high school demands and university demands. So being in a rec room is not their top priority on a Monday afternoon. And you have the whole place to yourself. It's not long before Nate shows up, but a bit later than he had promised, as he kind of comes strolling into the rec room.
Okay, I did some work, and I take out the textbook, and I've already flagged some of them down. It turns out, and then I take out another book that says Men, Women, and Chainsaws on the cover. This is actually kind of similar. So this, and I hold up Men, Women, and Chainsaws, came out a few years ago. And it's basically all about feminism in horror movies. And it's kind of cool. And you can kind of see they reference themes in this. And I held up your textbook. So I think we got this.
Oh, thank goodness, because I definitely don't got this. Okay, I'm all ears, Coach.
And I'll start going over some of the themes and that are prevalent in both of the books, and what I think the main issues that might come up in your class are going to be. And this is so cool. Why is your class actually thinking, and my class is just memorizing?
I don't know. I'm not really great at either. But this is really helpful.
What happened to that confidence you had before?
It's
been 4 hours and it's gone.
Marie, when you said that I was really confident, I felt kind of good, but at the same time, I felt kind of bad. And I felt good because I feel like that's a really nice thing to say, and that's a good thing to be told. But I felt kind of bad, and I look this way and that just to make sure no one has snuck into the room. And I'm like, don't tell Andy, okay? When I'm about to tell you, you can't tell Andy.
I mean, just so you know, there's no secrets between husband and wife, but okay.
Well, now there's one.
Oh, okay. God, pressure!
I'm scared all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time.
Damn.
Scared. It's I get to be the biggest and the strongest, okay?
Yeah.
And that's good. That means that people can't usually hurt me physically. But I'm not the biggest and the strongest on the inside. And that's where people can hurt me. And maybe they can't pick me up by my actual ankles and dangle me in front of a bunch of bystanders. Good word. But they can still do it to my feelings. And sometimes they do.
Well, anytime they do, you just let me know. I might be small, but I am mighty.
Nate leans back and looks at Marie with a whole. I feel like that mighty had more oomph than Nate expected, and is like, "Do you think that if the guys on the hockey team are being mean, you'd be able to stop by and help with that?"
I will destroy them with my words.
Okay,
and then we will do the bystander effect on them.
Whoa! We'll hang them up by their emotional ankles.
Exactly. But you know, Nate, your heart is so strong. Not only because you have to do so much hockey drills that I'm sure your heart is literally the size of my head,
I
but
got great
also
cardio. It's true.
your heart is one of the strongest hearts I've ever gotten the pleasure and honor of knowing. I feel like it sucks that people take advantage of that. And I'm really sorry.
Oh. Wow, thank you. I don't really know what to say. That's one of the nicest things I think anybody's ever said to me.
I really mean it.
Thanks. Thanks, Marie. I think your heart's really awesome too. I feel like I mean it's gotta be, you know. Andy is head over heels. You know, he's an amazing guy. You know, he's a really amazing guy. And he is, I think the phrase is, he only has eyes for you. And so you got to have a pretty amazing heart. I mean, it's not because you're not pretty. I want to be clear. You're pretty, but also I feel like what it's about what's inside. I feel like he's the kind of guy who looks at what's inside.
Definitely. I mean, he talks about you all the time. Talking about what's important on the inside. I mean, he's like, you impress him so much. I'm jealous of you. You get to hang out with him all the time now with hockey and everything. I feel like I see Andy, you see Andy more than I do now with all my working and, you know, classes and then hockey practice after school.
Yeah, but that stuff is all like, it's not like what it used to be. Like when we were kids, it was just us, and like it felt like we could connect, you know? Like you have special time with Andy. You know what I mean? Like I get to be around him, but we're with the guys and like we have a good time and stuff. We have a great time. But I don't know, I don't get to see the inside stuff as much. Maybe as like when we were kids. But I think, I don't know, I'm kind of like jealous of you. Don't tell Andy, but like
now there's 2 secrets.
Oh no, we're just racking them up. Oh, hey, wait. Why don't we be secret buddies? You know, I'll keep your secret, you keep my secret.
Sounds good. You got it.
Yeah.
I have another secret.
Okay. What's the secret?
I mean, I'm scared too. I'm scared all the time that I'm never gonna amount to anything. I have all this pressure to follow my dreams and be successful, and I don't know. I feel like it's week 2 of our courses and I'm already basically failing.
But you're like one of the smartest and most talented people I know. Andy showed me some of the stuff you wrote when we were in high school. I couldn't even understand it. But the little bits I could understand sounded really great.
Thanks. I don't know. I guess that's the thing. I want people to be able to understand what I'm trying to communicate. A writer that can't communicate then you're just putting symbols on a page. You're not actually writing.
Well, how about this? Why don't you practice on me? You can tell me a story and I'll listen.
Okay. Yeah. But, oh God, it's just so much pressure.
Okay, I'll face away. And I just turn and face the wall. And I'm like, there. That's one of the scariest things. When you have to try and talk in front of people, now you're not talking in front of somebody. You're behind them.
Okay, yeah, that helps a little bit.
Here, don't even tell me the whole story. Tell me part of the story, and then I'll come back whenever you're here. If I'm free and you're free, I'll come back and you can tell me another part of the story. And then I'll tell you what I think, and then you'll eventually have a whole story.
Okay. Sure.
There's a brief interruption as the door opens up, and
I
you see
leap to my feet.
You see a student sort of like walk in and like see the two of you, and then just keep going to the side door that leads to the weight room.
I just like follow, just knocking the whole way out, like
as it closes.
I don't even know why I'm here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, a story. It starts with feathers. All you see around you are these black, jet black feathers. And you notice that it's a raven. A raven soaring through the air, flying through the trees. It eventually reaches what it's been searching for. Something on the ground. Something small. It's hard to see, but eventually it becomes clearer. Shard of glass. A shard of glass that has pierced your heart. It hurts. You feel the pressure of the glass digging deeper and deeper into your body. It's tearing you into pieces. But still, you're flying with that raven. Torn in two, one of you on the ground with the glass, and the other up amongst the clouds, past the clouds into the stars. Both versions of you are so different, yet so much the same. Almost like looking in a mirror of what you are and a mirror of what you're about to become. I don't know. See, is that too weird?
No, that was. It reminded me of Andy.
Really?
Yeah. I turn around, and you can see that, like, on Nate's face, he looks kind of disturbed. Not at you, just like he looks kind of disturbed, and he looks up and says, "That was, you did a really good job. That was really, really good. Are you going to be in here tomorrow?"
I check my planner. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stop by tomorrow. I gotta go. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're really good. You're a really good buddy, secret buddy.
Secret buddy.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna have a special handshake, but here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, and then let's make him fit. I don't know how, but like let's do. Yeah.
It's like punk rock almost. You got it.
Yeah. Secret buddies. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
And I head out of the room very quickly.
And Marie she's already small, but her whole body becomes even smaller than it normally is. She feels like embarrassed, and that she must have said something that caused Nate to flee the scene. Can't even tell a story to keep my friend enraptured. Fuck. And she'll start journaling again.
The date is Tuesday, September 13th, 1994. Time is 5:40 p.m. Laura, you found the briefest window between classes and work to visit the botanical garden.
Ooh.
As you head over there, passing the hockey stadium, passing the building that you and Nate and Benjamin live in, or the buildings, and you pass through the sort of wall of what's the word? Shrubs? The nice ones that look good.
That sounds good.
A bush?
Yeah. Bushes.
Topiaries?
Topiary, that's the word. The wall
Ooh.
of topiaries. There's a couple people here, sort of meandering through, either trying to get from one destination to the other, or just sort of enjoying the view a bit as they pass through. But you see one person in particular sitting on one of the lone benches that you frequent, head down, covered by a sketchbook, furiously drawing is Benjamin.
In a way, I feel like the universe was like, this is a moment you're supposed to hang out with Benjamin. Because I think Laura would have that moment of like, I don't want to bother him. I don't want to, should I leave? Like kind of that. But then trying to instill like, no, just go say hi. And, he's on a bench that you normally sit on. But I think she has her headphones on. She's probably listening to the Blue Album by Weezer, and then takes off her headphones and kind of cautiously, like quietly walks up to Benjamin. Hello?
He jumps.
I tried to be really like low key.
You're a ninja. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my other homework, I guess.
Oh, I can leave you alone.
No, it's not that good. And you see that his right hand is just like black from charcoal, and he's got like a nub left, and he sort of like flips back some of the pages, and you can see attempts at drawing the surrounding area, and then sort of like erased with charcoal, kind of like scribbled on, and he just like flips through a few of them. And he gets to the most recent one, and you see him like half finish some of the planters that are in front of him. I mean, it's early on, so I figured I'd stick to some of the fundamentals.
Are you kidding me? I can't even draw. I know I've told you that before, but this is phenomenal. Like the fact that you use your hands to make that. And a piece of charcoal, as once it was wood, right? Like it's actual, like it's not like a fancy term for a piece of material you use. It's like an actual piece of wood that has been burnt.
I'll be honest, it's not really my medium, but yeah, I think so.
When you break it down to that, like your hands made that.
He kind of like looks at it and he like tilts his head a bit. Yeah, that just makes me disappointed, bud.
Ugh. I set my bag down and I sit down next to him. I think we're our own worst critics most of the time, but your teacher would be an idiot if they looked at that and said, "This is crap," and threw it in the trash.
I don't think they're allowed to. I think there's a rule amongst teachers that they can't alter students' art, something about expression or something. It's so,
you know what I mean though, like the internal.
Yeah, it's just so fundamentally boring to, and it kind of like points at the scenery. It's like please don't, this is gonna sound cheesy and dumb, but it's like, this is already art. Trying to convert that into something that I make is very bad, and I don't want to do it, but failing seems even worse.
Well, just think of it as like a reinterpretation. I mean, I come here, you know what's sad? I come from a place that has all of this and more, and I hate that it makes me feel calm, but that's why I come here. I like to sit and just look at the flowers and the way that the wind blows the petals and the leaves rustle. It just makes my mind quiet for a bit. You're just doing an homage to that.
You notice him sort of like stare off into the distance as you say that, and a piece of him sort of disappears for a moment until he shakes his head and snaps back. Yeah, I can see that.
Are you from like a place like that? Like where it's you know what, there's a stupid fact I know about where I come from. I'm from Soap Lake, so it's got like, the water's got a soapy quality, but they say that if you have a wound, you shouldn't soak in it for too long or it'll end up hurting you.
What?
I don't know. And you can see Laura kind of take a minute to recognize what she said and kind of pull it back in. It's just a stupid fact that I know
it's
about.
An interesting fact. It's just it's
like
a strange.
I know, it's like a weird metaphor about
not soaping your wounds.
It's sad that sometimes the things that bring us the most comfort are the things that hurt at the same time. But that's just, where are you from? Are you from a city? You seem like you'd be like big city art kind of person.
Kind of like seems wounded. Yeah.
No, not. I mean,
no, I'm from Seattle. I try to, not tell people that.
I want to live there. Like that would be so cool.
I prefer Canada. My family moved here when I was fairly young, but not young enough that it wasn't. Seattle left an impression on me. I'm not You're sorry if it's thinking about what you were saying and not answering the question you were asking. Do you mind if I follow up on your previous statement rather than?
Yeah, I have a tendency to talk fast, and
I'm bad at small talk.
Me too. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm not great at it.
You want to be a musician, right?
That would be the best. Like, just to be able to like create music and perform it for people, and then people to sing your words back to you. That would be amazing. But I also I know that that's not probably gonna happen because like 1 in a million. But my parents were like, if you get a business degree, we'll let you go and you can do your music thing too. So that's why, I got the business thing probably that'll end up working for me.
Smart. I'm going all in art, and it's probably more pressure. If I fuck up, I'm screwed. But
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I can live vicariously through you, but also it's
I
feel like you're trying to say something, but
I think you should pursue the music more.
My parents won't like. Every night when I talk to them, they ask me how my grades are. I told them that I had a movie night coming up, and they said you shouldn't be going to movie night. You need to be studying. So,
Yeah, but parents aren't right all the time.
But aren't they?
No. I feel like we put a lot of weight on our parents, and ultimately, at the end of the day, if you're a disappointment to them, shouldn't they also be a disappointment to you?
Well, don't you have the conversations though where you're like, this is what I want, and then you like end up, you sit at the kitchen table and you talk for like 3 hours, and then you like arrive at business and music,
No.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm. Obviously, it's your life, and if following your parents is what you want to do, but I don't know.
what if I fail at it though? Then it's just a whole big "I told you so."
And you become destitute, die, and add to the cycle of nature. There's a whole movie about it, I think.
Is it Metropolis?
No, it's not Metropolis.
You seem to
It would
really
take-
hate Metropolis.
It would take a long time to explain.
I know.
It was The Lion King. You didn't watch The Lion King? It was
I love The Lion King.
okay. Good. I feel like sometimes y'all think I'm like a scattered painting, but in sometimes I like the. Sometimes I like the drawings of pretty flowers.
I think maybe you're just more open to showing that to people because I think we're all probably scattered paintings, except I feel like I need to not show people that.
Is there some good first lyrics? Tighten them up a little bit.
Should find something to rhyme with painting. I don't know. Fainting.
Nate would probably have a good word for it.
Nate's really good at that.
He's a scholar now. The chip messiah. I literally was
Chip
thinking
Jesus.
of Chip Jesus. I was trying to think of ones for a while, but
I mean, I don't know if this is weird to say, but like, I'm glad that like we're a part of a group. I don't know, like it was weird the day we all met, but
yeah, I almost broke my computer when Nate met me, but then he broke my pots, so I think it made up for it. But
like the weed.
no, the weed is fine.
You said pots.
I do pottery sometimes.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay,
I use the pots to hide the weed.
that's smart. But
Luckily,
Nate broke them?
Yeah, Nate didn't see the weed though.
Oh. How are you doing? Like, this is a lot, right?
University, yeah.
But just life. I mean, like school, work, class, friends.
I don't know. I sort of had this idea coming in. Have you watched any Friends?
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, I watched a lot of TV and movies, honestly.
I had this weird idea of everyone having each other's keys and being able to like walk in and be like, "Hey, how's it going, bud?" And then grab something out of the fridge and just sit down and talk. But man, I feel like if I didn't find the chip cult, I would be one of kind of just like points absent-mindedly to one of the people walking through the botanical garden, just like ice, like in a bubble, I guess.
I think I would have been too. Like, I literally have to like hype myself up to talk to people. It's exhausting.
Yeah, people generally suck.
Honestly, I thought it was just me, but like people really do.
Yeah, but the see, I can't even come up with a pun. The cultists, our friends.
Chapultists? That didn't work, did it?
No.
They're so nice. Like I'm gonna tell you this. Don't tell them this, but like they already knew each other, so I was like worried that I was just gonna be like there. But they try to make me feel like a part of it. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, it seems like they'll be there for us. I mean, I'm going to be there for them. Nobody knew life was going to be this way.
No, I mean, I'll be there. Was that the theme song to Friends?
He kind of like stretches and you hear just like an audible crack from his back. I've been drawing too long. Sorry I didn't invite you to movie night. I wasn't trying to be sexist and exclusive. I I'm trying
Well,
to fit in with the jockey bro guys, and it's
I cannot come. Like, it's fine. I don't know how to be a person sometimes, and I just feel weird. So I say things and then I regret saying them, and then I think about them over and over again until I go to sleep, and then I wake up and I think about it some more. So it's fine though. I won't be upset if you want to just do dude night. Do you guys want to fart the alphabet together? Because that seems like that's going to be the main focus. Like, literally, were you there for that?
Yes, and I think about 100 or so other students were too.
I think we're going to be
to-
telling our families that story in like 30 years.
I will tell my kid that I was friends with a guy who could fart the alphabet. Listen, we're both American born. I don't have to be super polite. I would kind of like just the guys, but that's not stopping me from inviting you out.
Like, Marie and I, like, for another like night, like girls' night or something.
Yeah, we could do pot and pot, or
Do you-
whatever you two want.
I do want to try it. I don't know, but I think I might get in trouble. So my parents will find out, so maybe I shouldn't.
I mean, no pressure. It is Canada, so I feel like they don't care.
But if you do need anything, like I'm in the same building that you guys are. You can have a metaphorical key.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But yeah, if you want to hang out, I'd be down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll let
Cool.
you get back to your beautiful art, even though you hate it. I think it looks great. Or would you rather I tell you it sucks? Is that going to make you feel better?
No, I'm feeling motivated now. Good luck at work or business.
Going to work for an hour and then I get to go to business. So I'm going to go do that. And if you find the time or the motivation, maybe sketch me one of those. And I point to a flower that's just like a blue flower. I don't know the name of it, but I think they're really pretty. Only if you have time. And I stand up and grab my stuff. Have a good day and enjoy the garden for me.
I will. Enjoy work and
I will
music for me.
I will stamp those requisitions for you, and then I just awkwardly exit the situation.
Wait, what are you listening to?
Oh, it came out in May. It's and like I instinctively taking the headphones off and here, do you want to listen to it? It's Weezer's Blue album. Do you want to borrow it? Do you want to borrow my tape deck and then you can give it back to me later?
Sure.
And like she unclips the little baggie that her tape cassette player is in, and start with the third track and then listen all the way through. I think it's the best way to listen to it.
All right. And
it's out.
as you leave him listening to the Blue album, sketching a blue flower. The day is Wednesday, September 14th, 1994. The time, 8:45 p.m. Question: would Laura have told Marie that Benjamin did want to have a guys' night?
Yeah, I think I would have. I would have made an intentional like, listen, maybe we can do something, but I think they just want to have a guys' night. I plan my own movie night with Marie, and we're whatever movie Marie. Maybe we'll find a horror movie to watch together.
Ooh.
And we'll get popcorn and do our own little thing.
Yeah.
In that case, would Nate show up to movie night on time, considering he lives across the hall, or would he be late?
Depends on whether I would have practice or any sort of like other obligations like that. I
It's
will
pretty
say
late, so I think it would be any other obligations would be over by this time.
yeah. So then I will absolutely show up in full regalia, full hockey regalia. Like I'm wearing as many hockey pads as possible, the helmet, everything. We are here to Mighty Ducks it up.
All
Just
right.
cosplaying.
Yeah, we're about to
Andy's
duck shit
also
up.
in full. We just
so
show
as
up in full hockey uniform.
Yeah.
As
Wearing
the two of
skates
you-
as well. Like walking across the hall. Full
How are we carrying our sauce? Like we have a dip and chips. We're just like, okay, all right.
As the two of you show up, Benjamin opens the door, and normally where he wears sort of like either like obscure movie t-shirts or more sort of like quote unquote grunge sort of like band shirt with the whatever clothes he had from high school. He's made an effort, and he's wearing a Vancouver Canucks jersey that he has definitely borrowed from somebody. And it's probably one of the first times that you've seen Benjamin's dorm, Andy, but he's got the bed in the corner. He's got a desk sort of at the foot of the bed with almost just enough room to sit down, that he has his computer set up. And he has dedicated like a larger spot of the dorm to a just real thick TV. One of those big beefy ones that probably weighs a ton. And there's sketches sort of like strewn up on his wall of either schoolwork or attempts he has done. There's a few nicer like watercolorings and sort of pastels and stuff. And that one picture that every time that Nate walks into this room sort of draws your attention, that like little square canvas of sort of obscure brown and greens with the splotch of red in the center. But beyond that, Benjamin looks ready and prepared. I'd assumed
Look
that
at
the Mighty
you in
Ducks
your
was
uniform. Yes.
it's a bit small. I think this might be a woman's cut, but
That's
it'll
fine.
do. You all showed up in just all of your hockey
Yeah,
outfit.
man. Well, I didn't
Yeah.
wear all of it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be able to walk as easily.
I did.
He did.
I didn't realize that goalie was so big. You're
Yeah.
a square.
There's even more,
practically.
man. Pads upon pads. I mean, you're getting
Yeah.
a freaking thing chucked at you, high speeds.
Well, I'm ready for. I'm assuming Mighty Ducks. Then you're.
Gentlemen, upon further consideration of this plan,
Oh,
something occurred to me.
All right.
Andy, we watched this film in the theater,
We did.
but you know what just got
We
released
got
on
the
VHS?
big popcorn, the big one.
Oh, no. You know what
Extra
just got
pumps
released
of-
on VHS this week?
What?
D2.
No way.
I reach under some of my pads and pull out a VHS copy of D2 The Mighty Ducks. And I'm
Whoa,
like,
I gotta get
ducks
up
fly
early in the morning
together.
for work.
ducks fly together, dude.
Oh,
Ducks fly together.
Ducks fly together.
Yeah.
Ducks,
ducks
yeah.
fly together.
I grab both of you and start sobbing. Just in a tight embrace, like, yeah.
Benjamin just like getting crushed.
Okay, so I'm thinking we can't start with D2. We gotta start with D1.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, it's a
I'm-
marathon. Yeah.
Yeah, an emotional
gonna-
marathon, man. An emotional marathon.
And he's looking for his watch underneath all the padding.
Oh man, I gotta get up early for Work. Okay, all-nighter. Let's do it.
Yeah. I solemnly walk over with the original Mighty Ducks and slide it in. Eyes still filled with tears.
Did you? Benjamin has a copy of the Mighty Ducks, but I do like the idea that you also brought your own copy.
Oh yes, it's well
Yeah.
loved. It's it's a well loved copy.
I think
Mighty
Andy's
Ducks.
tearing up now at this point. Like, there's like emotions going on.
All right. Quack quack.
Quack quack.
Quack, quack.
I brought ketchup chips again.
I made some jalapeno cheese dip.
I brought the barbecue as I said I would, as well as additional sauces and spices, should we wish to really blow our own minds.
What about the guac?
Boy, you know I always got that guac.
Guac master.
I pull out a small vat of guac and send it clanks onto the table.
Ben just smiles, like grimacing. So good. Well, I don't have a couch. As you can see, most of my dorm room is dedicated to this TV. You guys can sit on the bed. I'll just sit on my computer chair and just sort of like squeaks it around.
All right. Cozy.
Um,
What's this?
Like what?
Andy like is pointing at like this painting, this like, square painting, and he's like, "What is this?"
Oh, that's one of my earlier paintings.
Like how early? Were you like 5?
No, like 12-ish.
What is it exactly?
It's called Blood in the Forest.
Oh, I see it. Like the brown and the red.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of like you can tell that he feels like fearful of like being like he seems out of place, and then when he's asked about it almost like recoils a bit and seems to like worry about telling you what it is a bit.
Okay, I think Andy can read that. Maybe can Andy read that? I don't know. Is that insight?
You can give me
psychology.
One sec. I think there is a read person.
Read person.
I think. Man, y'all, at some point I'll learn how this game works. Psychology is the one, right?
Yeah.
Insight,
Yeah.
Insight psychology.
Yeah.
There's like
I even said it for you.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
get it tattooed on the back.
Is it
of my
regular,
hand.
hard?
Just regular.
Okay. 63 at a hundo.
As long as you've known him, which hasn't been long, you can tell that he can get very passionate about things that he cares about, but selectively chooses when he thinks that the people around him wouldn't want to hear it. Especially around Nate. But you
Look,
can see
you don't
that
have
sort of
you don't have to
that
tell us
almost
about it
like
if you don't
wanting
want to.
to
I
express
know sometimes
himself.
you artists don't want to share, your thoughts on art stuff.
It's
cool.
just I don't know. I gotta be butch,
No, man.
hockey and stuff.
Just because you like hockey doesn't mean you can't like art stuff, man. Look at you. You clearly can do art things. Why would you stop that?
I don't want to stop it. It's just don't you guys want like a guy to hang out with.
You can do this and also be a guy. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you've always seemed like a guy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the expert, Nate.
Thank you.
I don't know. Don't you guys get tired of hearing my weird Cremaster
I'm still confused about the Cremaster
abstract
thing.
stuff? We're not watching that.
Look,
We would need to
Nate
be
really
very
wants
high
to.
and comfortable with each other for me to show that to.
I still think it sounds like a porn.
Kind of does sound like porn.
Believe me, that having this computer for 3 weeks, I've learned bits, bytes, and how to access porn. It's not porn, believe me.
Right.
But no, don't you I don't know. You hang out with that Chase guy and
Yeah, you'll hang out with him when we go to the forest.
he's
Yeah.
Great.
Do you
You
like
don't want to?
forests? Because you said you painted the blood in it.
That might be why he doesn't like the forest, Nate. Come on, man.
Wait,
Read
did you get
between
hurt
the
in a
trees.
forest?
Read between the trees.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get hurt in a forest?
Did you get hurt in the forest?
Do you... I can tell you the story. If you want to...
I mean, if you're okay
I
to
love a
tell
good
it.
story. Marie always tells good stories. If you ever get a chance to have her read you a story, you should.
Yeah, she tells really good
But
stories.
I can settle in.
Andy's gonna grab a thing of chips and a bunch of sides of dip and sit back on the bed.
I'm gonna have Andy roll a persuasion.
Oh yeah, Andy's good at this.
Come on, Andy.
I'm
Come
so
on,
curious
Andy.
about the lore.
84 out of 100. Woo!
I don't know if you're... Wait, I
100
just realized...
persuasion?
I
don't
don't think you're
know.
allowed to have 100 when
What am
making
I
a
allowed to
character.
have?
I should have checked your character sheet. I don't remember, but it's with
I
both
think you
of
gave
those
us an
rolls,
amount, and I just put the most in those two because I was like, I want to be really good at those two things. I don't care about anything else.
I think for the maximum, both of those would still succeed. But I gotta review your character sheet
Okay.
off air.
Tell me whatever points I have left.
But I think you kind of
I put all my points in both of those skills,
God.
basically.
there's almost a breaking point where his uncomfortableness and almost desire to be masculine jock around you sort of breaks as Andy makes him feel comfortable.
That's what
And
Andy
he sort
does.
He sort of leans back in his computer chair and looks up at it. Have any of you been hunting before?
No.
No.
I have.
Ooh, what did you hunt?
Was it deer?
My dad took me hunting when I was 10. He wanted to show me how to provide or be a man or something like that. And I remember it was September, mid-September, and he brought me into the truck, drove into the middle of nowhere. I swear he probably grabbed a local map and threw a dart at it or something, and all we had was a gun, some beer, and the camo stuff. So he drives us out. We set up with the blinds or whatever. And we just sat there for hours. Waiting, I guess. And I got transfixed by the sight of nature. It's a cat. The way that the branches just get close but never touch, the leaves rustling in the wind, making that noise when they're brushed up against each other. The subtle changes in the color of the bark as it grew and split and layered. As I said, my dad brought beer, so he was set. It was just starting to get dark. Just at that golden hour. And he was too drunk to notice, but a elk came up on us. Massive elk. I was told later it was like 8 feet long, but it must have looked like a god to me. It was peaceful. I watched it, just staring back at me. Just another part of nature. Then my dad noticed it. Got spooked. Or aggressive, territorial. Just started charging. I just saw the antlers, like a dying tree grafted to its head. Right over my shoulder, my dad took a shot. And then another. And another. And with its momentum, it fell. Slid right in front of me. Foot. I just looked at it. I was warm and disgusted. But not by it. But what my dad did. And I just watched it mewling and dying. I don't know how long. My dad checked on me. I didn't care. I remember hearing the truck come. He winched it into the back. But I just kept staring. Just saw a pool formed right where it was. In the dirt, the leaves, grass. I mean, that's all I remember. All that other stuff I heard from my dad telling the story over and over. I just remember that one image. And I had nightmares. So many nightmares. I would wake up sweating. I don't remember why. I used to be into sports, but apparently after that I wasn't really. Started getting into the arts, music, photography, you name it. I think it was any way to buffer myself, but put something between me and life. And I got to middle school. Painting just became something I did. There was a teacher, Mrs. Hamilton. She saw that I had talent. There was something holding me back. She said I was blocked, that all my art was good, but I was too scared to really express myself, that something was holding me back. She said, whatever it is haunting you, put it down on paper. Speak the words through art. Obfuscate them just enough that people will feel my pain, find meaning through it. understand me more, hopefully. So I painted that. The one memory I had. I'd held on to for all those years.
Dang, that's
Soon
deep,
as I did.
man.
Yeah.
Kind of like, as soon as I did, and I put that fear into the world, it wasn't mine anymore. She took it, lifted it up, put it out of reach.
Man, maybe
No
I
more
need to do that. Just like splotch my fear onto a piece of paper. We should do a painting thing.
Yeah.
A
Like-
fear night where we paint our fears.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's.
I think Laura Marie would be down with that too.
Oh, like a full chip cult night?
Yeah, like a chip called Fear Night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
That's like. Have you guys seen that movie Silence of the Lambs?
No, but Marie talks about it all the time.
Yeah, it's a scary movie, but like really good. And there's a character in there who is like still scared of a thing to happen when she was kid. It didn't involve an elk; it was lambs, but it's like something she'd never been able to move on from. And like, it sounds like your art teacher was like Hannibal Lecter and helped you move on from all the really bad stuff in your past.
Dude, that sounds legit.
Yeah.
Definitely a possibility.
I think I
Thank
just
you
ate
for
this whole
telling us that.
bowl of like chips. I was so invested. Thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Mighty Ducks for a minute there.
I did not. You can. That's take that back right now.
I mean, we can-
I immediately start saying Hail Marys.
If
But
we
we're
wanna-
all like,
We can yeah, let's light. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's lighten the mood. Watch Mighty Ducks. But thanks for listening.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime.
yeah, I'm gonna lean over and clap Ben on the shoulder and be like, "Thanks. Now I really feel like I understand the painting."
You're not gonna make fun of how weird the name is anymore.
No, it makes sense, and now I'm very scared.
Well, you should.
Not
check
of
out
you, but of the painting.
I call this painting butt party. It's just
Well, we'll have to talk about
It's
that
just a-
one next.
it's just a painting of some flowers and shit. It's
Don't explain that one.
it's a joke. Let's chips, Mighty Ducks, quack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys watch the Mighty Ducks.
We have a full sing along at the end of D2 when they do We're the
We
Champions.
will. We
His-
will.
Again,
His bed-
openly sobbing, openly weeping. while
His bed isn't big enough that like the two of you can fit comfortably. You're like very squished together with all of your all of your gear.
yeah, I'm
But as the night,
I'm like sweating underneath my gear.
yeah, it's September.
I'm always sweating. I just accept it.
Yeah. The room smells like Guy halfway through Mighty Ducks 1. And
Did we just come from like
yeah,
practice
Of
too?
practice, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a good. That's how you know it was a good night when the whole room smells
miasma
like Guy.
seeps in by the end of D2. And it's probably like well past midnight by the time that you guys head out.
As we're
Go ahead.
leaving, I would just like to have a very quick moment with Andy in the hallway and be like, that was like beautiful in there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna forget that night.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Back to back. And you know, it was good to like, I know it wasn't just the two of us, but it was good to get to, you know, spend some time that wasn't around like, you know, all the dudes from the team, you know, for once.
Yeah. It's not the same as like our high school team. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I just haven't got the chemistry down or something, but
Yeah.
maybe this Saturday will be different.
I think a lot of them are just tools.
Yeah, kind of not a big fan of Chase.
No, that guy sucks.
He was being weird with Laura too.
Okay, I was getting that impression. I feel like, well, I don't know. We're just gonna
You
have to
didn't help
defend.
the situation either.
Well, okay, look, I'm gonna back that dude down. Is what I'm saying. Like, if he's gonna be a jerk,
You were
if he's gonna
about
be a
to
jerk to my
beat his
friends,
ass, and we were gonna get
yeah,
kicked out of the school, dude.
yeah, but you would have had my back.
I was trying to calm both of you down.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that. You got that ability. Like I noticed in there, what you were doing with Ben, where you really, it's like you made him open up.
I think he was afraid to tell us about his art because of you. Like, not because of you, but like, I think he thinks he has to be like a manly man or something.
Huh.
Like, I think maybe because we're jocks in a way. Maybe he feels like he needs to be a jock, but obviously not a problem.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Like, so he's a little dude. So what?
Right.
I
Some
still
people
like him.
feel insecure about that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Well, anyway, I know you gotta go. I'll let you go. I just wanted to say thank you. I was glad we got to spend some time together, and I hope we get to do it again sometime. Like maybe even just us sometime. Maybe.
Sure, what do you
next
want to
time,
do?
Maybe. I don't know, we could in the winter, maybe like if a lake freezes over, we can go skating and just play
Hell
one-on-one like
yeah,
we
I'm
used
down
to.
with that. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Awesome. All right. This November. I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, as long as I'm not working or have class or practice, but you're gonna be at practice anyway too, so.
Yeah.
Dude, you got hooked up. I'm so jealous. You don't have to work at all.
Telling you should
Our
have worked during
landlord's
high schools when it was.
crazy.
You got to put in the hours on the ice, and they pay off. They pay off big time.
Oh, they're not
But,
paying
like,
off for me,
look-
man. They're requiring me to pay.
Well, look, dude. Just between you and me, if you and Marie need any help, the school's been giving me a stipend, but I'm not supposed to tell the guys on the team. But if you guys need,
Whoa, wait, what?
yeah, they said it's part of like I guess it's part of because I'm focusing so much on the team, you know?
Andy's gonna stop you, like shut you up in the middle of the hallway and like drag you back to your room because your room's back the other direction, right?
Yeah, it's just across the hall.
And he's gonna move Nate into the room and close the door.
Bro,
What?
you can't say shit like that. That's like illegal.
What, to give you some of my money?
No, for the school to be paying you to play for them.
Why? I work really hard.
That's a fair question. I don't know why, but like probably some kind of it's just not legal.
Oh, so that's why they didn't want me to tell anybody on the team.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
I
Or
guess it's
anybody in
'cause-
the administration.
Bro, they told you that?
Yeah,
Or
they
the
said
cops.
they said don't tell anybody else on the team.
Did you
Don't
tell
tell
anybody?
administration, and don't tell any officers of the law. That's what they said.
And you didn't question why they would tell you that?
I thought people would just get jealous. Like, I thought maybe it was because I was special.
I mean, you are special, dude, but
Thank you,
there's
dude.
probably a reason. Like, so there's a lot of competition to get into schools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're doing is not legal.
Okay. But you know what? Even though I'm currently involved in some kind of criminal conspiracy that I didn't know about until right now, the offer stands. If you and Marie need any help,
No, we don't
you
need
just
no
let me
help,
know.
man. But I appreciate that. But what?
Yeah. Dude, I'll
You
even
gotta
put it in
figure
the
out the
tip jar.
situation,
If laundering is a problem, I'll just put it in the tip jar at the coffee shop.
bro. Who are you?
I'm your friend.
Nate, you're like a criminal mastermind.
Yeah, no, it's sick, dude.
You didn't even know it. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe you're hacking the system.
Bro, I'm Kaiser Soze.
Homie, I don't know how I'm gonna keep this from Marie. That's gonna be hard. I tell her like
Well,
everything.
Let's just have it be our little secret.
Oh. I could try, man. I could try.
Yeah, like totally. It'd just be one secret between us.
I'm so bad with secrets though.
Okay, if it makes you feel any better, maybe we can give it some time, and then we can sort of let Marie in on into the conspiracy if we like properly.
Dude, I don't
vet
know
her.
if she's gonna support this.
Okay, fine.
Also, the more
Okay,
people
just
you
keep
tell,
it between
the
us
more
for right
other
now.
people might know.
Yeah, let's keep it
You
between
gotta
us, just you and me.
Keep that on the down low.
I'll just be like the Robin Hood who drops in money when you need it.
Hey, you're crazy.
Dude, I am loco right now. This is great. I'm on an emotional high from that sing-along.
I just thought you were getting a scholarship to school, and now this is wild, bro. But
Yeah.
He like
Okay,
gives you
gotta go home.
nugs.
Yeah. I give him nugs back, and I'm like, okay, bro, this was such a great night. And I even go in for a hug.
Oh yeah,
For like a
and he will
long
give you a
hug.
hug and he like pats you in the back.
I forget to pat for a minute. I get kind of lost in the hug, and I'm like, oh, we have to pat. Thank you, dude.
And with that, this Andy heads back. We will fade away. The date is Friday, September 16th, 1994. The time, 7:30 p.m. Laura and Marie, you're off work. And are you taking transit or driving downtown to go to the town pump?
The town pump.
I hate the name, but it's real.
Does Laura have a car?
Nope. Laura relies on like all public transportation and bumming rides off of all of you.
Yeah.
Fun fact, there's a bus goes straight from UBC right downtown, basically in front of the town pump.
Well, we're taking that bus because, I gotta leave Andy the car.
We're using a real bar name, but I did come up with a band that is playing tonight. It is a female-led rock band, female singer, couple dudes playing instruments called Hams Noir. It is a very indie-looking rock band. The Town Pump, we all know, famous for having bands like Nirvana, other ones.
No doubt.
No doubt. But tonight they have Hams Noir. And the two of you show up. It is pretty rocking already by the time you get off of transit and make your way to the town pump. I gotta stop saying it.
Do you think that this place will have a nice Chianti?
Probably. Oh, you're doing the movie thing. Oh. Wait, you have to do that. What does he do at the end? I can't do it. Not as good as you.
That was pretty good.
I gotta practice.
But I bet this is it seems like one of those places. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like one of those places that'll like kind of nose turn you if you order a wine. It seems like, beer or like highballs.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't get a chance to go to many places like this, so I'm really excited.
Oh my god. I don't even know who I'm supposed to pretend to be when I go in there then.
I think you're supposed to be yourself.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be the thriller/horror writer of the century. So isn't that all you need?
Oh, yes. I'm going to be Marie.
Are you going to do a ghost writer name or are you just going to go with your name?
I don't know. Marie Wilson. Marie. By Marie. I feel like I'll be myself. I feel like I'll be my own name. There's no more like sexism in writing, right?
I mean, isn't it everywhere?
Yeah. I could be M. Wilson.
I think you should do Marie Wilson and own it because your books are going to be so good that everyone's going to buy them. You're going to be on the New York Times bestseller.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure.
Well, we're already here where you're like going to be scouting out bands. You're going to be signing all of them. Maybe we'll find like the people that are going to launch your career as a music producer.
I've heard this place has had like a lot of big bands here. I've never heard of Hams Noir though, but maybe they're going to be my first band that I like. Maybe they'll ask me to join it and I can become one of the lead singers. I can't sing, but you know.
Do you want to be a singer?
No. Well, I want to be, but I don't know how, and that's part of the problem.
We should do a karaoke night one day.
That could be fun.
That would be so fun.
I've never been.
Are y'all getting drinks here at the bar?
Yeah. I'm going to have just like a cranberry and soda water.
This place it's not like a dive bar, so it's not like one of the places where you think you'd go up and the bartender will get mad at you for not just ordering beer. So they do take your order and make it for you.
But yeah, I'll go with a nice little mocktail to start off. I gotta wake up early. I gotta study.
You're not gonna get. I mean, I've never had. I've had like a couple sips of drinks, but I've never had like a drink.
Okay, then we'll both get a drink. What's something that you've like heard of that you've always been like, that sounds cool? They'll probably make it.
I've seen most people on campus like mixing like vodka in soda bottles. Is that a thing?
Yeah, vodka soda. That sounds good.
But it's like Mountain Dew.
Oh. Okay. I mean, yeah.
Well,
I feel like the bartender is like looking at the two of you have this conversation and says, "But you don't want vodka Mountain Dew."
Okay, what do we want?
What do I want?
You see that the bartender's kind of like a older woman, maybe in like her 40s, kind of like looks like genuinely reads the two of you. Well, you did say that you wanted a cranberry something. Vodka cranberries, pretty good.
I'll do that. That sounds great.
2 vodka cranberries?
Oh yeah, we'll be twinning.
All right. Give me one of you, whoever is the more observant one, give me just a quick
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden, yeah.
I have
this this isn't nefarious. I'll tell you ahead of time.
I have a 25 in it.
So do I. Go for it.
Are you sure?
You're better at rolling than me.
Let's see.
Oh no, 95 out of 25.
I jinxed ya.
Lucky Laura.
I'll tell the audience what you miss, but seeing the two of you and sort of feeling for your first night out, the bartender does free pour, so it's maybe a double, but neither of you are worldly enough to realize that this is what she's doing, and she kind of gives you the vodka cranberries.
Thank you.
Up.
Thank you.
I enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Okay. What are they? What am I getting in myself into? We haven't heard of
Hams Noir.
Hams Noir.
Hams Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a they seem to be relatively unknown, up and comers maybe, but from what I've heard, they're pretty good. They're kind of more grunge rock a bit, kind of like looks at Marie and it says, maybe more your style, as she points at Laura.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like postmodern punk too. In the vocals.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So enjoy. There's people waiting behind you. It's usually protocol
okay.
to
Thank you. Yeah, I was
take your drinks and leave.
Laura was like staring at the band, just like kind of enamored with the whole scene. Oh,
There's also a transaction that happens, but I'm not going to narrate that.
Yeah.
we pay, we move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Pearl Jam played here?
I did not.
Who do you listen to? You said the radio.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I just listen to the radio. I'm not like, I find it kind of distracts me when I'm trying to, journal or if I'm doing homework or whatever. If songs have lyrics, I sort of get like pulled out from my train of thought. So I don't really listen to music that much, but I don't not like it. I don't know if I've ever found something that I love.
Usually when I would study, I'd listen to classical music. So like lots of Beethoven and Mozart.
Yeah.
And those things. Because like I do the thing too with the lyrics. I want to hear them. So I have to find stuff that doesn't have that in it.
Okay, that's a hot tip. Maybe classic is my genre of choice.
I have a bunch of tapes if you need. I have it was on TV. It's like Classical Thunder or something. Like there's just like a whole bunch of them. But
what do you like to listen to?
A little bit of everything. I mean, I do like grunge, obviously, but I like Nirvana and stuff. This might be a hot take. I'm not as big of a fan of them as many other people are, but I really like, it's sad what happened to Cobain, but I do feel like his music will live on in infamy. And he's also influenced so many other artists, but I don't know. Do you like Jane's Addiction or there's a band I really like. They're up and coming too. They're called the Verve Pipe. They just had one album come out.
Okay, I feel like I need to be educated, and you seem like a master. So is there could you make a list or
I'll make you a mixtape.
We're flirting now.
The first song that Hams Noir plays is called You Want a Paradise, and it immediately hits hard. Drums, very quick guitar, and as soon as that kicks in, it starts to go into more of a mellow beat, and it almost felt like a punk show where it wanted to pick everyone up, and then it starts getting into more rock, and the song is nigh incomprehensible. The intent behind the lyrics are arcane in nature, and were I a more evil keeper, I would roll to see if you held your sanity, trying to decipher the eldritch meaning behind her writing. But while this goes on in the background, you may continue.
You see Laura moving and just kind of engaged with you, but also just loving the vibe of the whole place.
Yeah. I wish this was closer to school because this is really cool place.
It's nicer than I thought. I thought it was going to be a dump. It's not too bad.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of perfect. And it wasn't too expensive either. I mean, what were these, $7? Not even $5.
Laura looks at it. It's half gone now, and she's starting to feel the first initial tinklings of alcohol. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? The cranberry vodka is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you do if you don't listen to music? What do you do to relax or what makes you feel okay?
Whoa, boy. I mean, I have a plant that I take care of, which is more work than it sounds. Just a single plant. You really got to take care of them.
But they're supposed to be outside, not in a pot.
Yeah. Okay, that's a whole other thing. Because did you know that we're not allowed to have a garden on our balcony?
Why?
I don't know. Everything has to look the same, he says. Our stupid landlord.
Can you like make a portable garden that you push out during the day and wheel back in at night?
Ooh. Like a cocktail cart, but it's covered in poinsettias. Well, that's kind of like a Christmas flower. I don't know.
I mean, if that's your thing. But
that would be cool.
okay, so you have a plant. What else? Do you read? Is that your thing?
Oh yeah, I read a lot. I mean, if we're not working or studying, Andy and I are probably like cuddled up on a couch reading books together.
That's so cute. I want that.
You can have that.
I know, but you two are so cute. How did you like meet?
We met in high school, and I mean, we had homeroom together, and I was like even more shy than I am now, and Andy was kind of like my first friend, like real friend, you know, where you don't need to worry or edit yourself while you're talking. And that friendship just grew, and eventually we fell in love, and we just knew.
Did you be together forever?
Yeah.
Do you ever, I don't want this to be too awkward of a question or feel weird, but do you ever feel like you missing out on other experiences? Because like you met in high school.
No, I don't feel like that. I mean, I feel like I'm experiencing exactly what I want to be, you know? So this is a college experience right now. You know, we're out at a bar, drinking, hanging out as friends. I don't really want to be like, I don't know. I don't feel like I have, what's the saying? Like raw oats to sow.
Oh, sowing your raw oats?
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to do that. I feel like I found my one plant. I'm gonna stick with it.
Well, I don't mean to make it weird. I think I told you I've never had a partner or a person. So I don't know. I just always wondered if it was true. Like you find the one and like you lay eyes on them and it's like the skies open up and angels come down.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, like Andy is definitely the one, but I didn't know that he was the one when I met him. It wasn't like I saw him and I instantly was like, you're my husband. I mean, we were also like 13, but I feel like there is no the one. I feel like soulmates aren't really a thing, or they are, but people can have multiple soulmates.
I think that there's too much pressure to have a soulmate.
Yeah. There's too much pressure for a lot of things.
Is this strong? Is yours strong?
I mean, it tasted good. It's gone now.
Are you gonna go get some more?
I'm waiting for you. You gotta catch up.
Okay, well then Laura will chug the rest of whatever's in her glass.
As you go back up to the bar, the next song announced is Nervous Choices, which is a little bit more mellow, almost kind of like even flow style. The singer like rocking back and forth with the mic. And as you come back up, the bartender is finishing serving someone else and sort of shouts over, "What can I get you, ladies?"
You picked a good choice with this one. What's our second choice?
Oh, you want to follow with that, or you want to same style, or you're trying to be more adventurous?
Adventure.
You got it. Same.
All right. She kind of like nods and smiles. Oh boy, 94. What are we gonna go with? I feel like, God, I think she's gonna make you a Jaeger bomb.
It's like Tylenol.
Yep, it's not great, but it's what I drank a lot around university time. So I think she slides each of you over 2 glasses, one of which is a short highball glass, one of which is a shot glass. For those of you who aren't aware, Jaeger bomb, I believe the highball has beer in it and the shot has Jägermeister. And the idea is you drop the Jaeger into the beer and then just shoot the whole thing back. She's not going to explain
this to us?
No,
Oh, okay.
She's going to slide the two of them over, take your money, and then like wave down the next person, and you're just left sitting at the bar with 2 glasses each.
Really? That
Okay,
is not what a Jaeger bomb was when I was doing Jaeger bombs.
Am I wrong?
It's Jägermeister, and you're dropping like a energy drink into it usually.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Sorry.
Red Bull. Yeah.
It's Red Bull. I'm listening.
And it's
y'all.
like
I'm old
very
now.
licoricey.
I'm getting
That sounds
old
like
now.
what you're talking about sounds better.
It sounds good. No, yeah. So it's sorry. Reverse. Sometimes I mess up. Yeah, it's dropping fire, or it's dropping Red Bull or whatever energy drink existed around this time into Jägermeister. I don't even know if it's period accurate. Fuck it. It's mood and situational
up.
accurate.
Okay,
But,
so she likes us because she just gave us 2 drinks for the price of 1.
I know. What are we supposed to do? Do we sip the little one?
I feel like you gotta like pour it in. Are we?
Is this
Wait,
a witchcraft thing? Like you pour it in and then you like mix it like a witch or something?
I scanned the room. Does it look like anybody else is having this?
Most people are drinking beer, and I,
So-
Kelly, have confirmed what this is. So you tell me which one your characters are drinking and in which style.
I think I'm gonna like dump the Jaeger on top of the Red Bull. I feel like that's what I would assume to do with
You're
this
just
drink if
pouring
I wasn't
the
told.
shot into the drink.
Yeah.
All right.
I just follow Marie. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I just do whatever Marie does and follow suit.
All right. So you pour it in, and it's sort of like the darker colored liquid sort of blends into the golden liquid and just sort of settles.
Okay, that's got to be right because that looks really cool.
So we just drink it then?
Yeah. Cheers. What are we cheersing to? Do you have a toast?
To new chapters.
Oh, creative. Ding. New chapters. And I
start-
drink it. And I don't like it.
It's not good. It's very licoricey. Also, it doesn't hurt, but it's weird. If you like licorice, it's not bad.
Oh, I think. Okay, that one was not as good as the cranberry vodka.
It tastes like Tylenol. Like grape Tylenol.
Oh yeah, that's not something I can get again.
Okay.
Oh,
And you can tell Laura's getting more drunk as the night's going on. What's Nate's deal?
He's like Andy's best friend, and I don't know. They get to spend so much time together now, and then they didn't invite us to movie night, they uninvited us.
well, I saw Ben, and Ben was like, "Hey, I wasn't trying to make you something. It was just like I wanted the dudes' night."
I guess, but why? I don't know. They always get to hang out together. They play hockey together. Why can't I get to hang out with them and we, all together?
What do you think about Ben?
Ben is cool. I mean, he's a little weird.
You think he's weird?
He's a little weird.
Why is he weird?
Because he's quieter than you.
I mean, but I'm blossoming. I'm gonna come out of my shell, and then Ben will too.
Okay, that's true. You're blossoming. Ben's blossoming. We're all blossoming.
As you say that, the band introduces their next song, Saturday Backseat Kiss, which is a anthem about the lead singer losing her virginity.
Laura's hooked on. Can I understand the words?
This one is comprehensible, yes.
Just kind of enamored with it and probably moving a little bit more than in the past hour, and getting a little bit closer to the stage and grabbing Marie's hand and pulling you to it. Do you think I'll find somebody?
I think you'll find somebody tonight.
Ooh, what? Just a random person?
I don't know. You really like this song? Who seems to really like this song?
I scan the room. Is there anybody there who seems to like the song?
Everyone seems to be really into it. You can see like some people at the bar sort of leaning up against it, like nodding their head. Couples making out in the back. It seems to be really hitting a lot of people into it.
I don't know. I mean, is it cheesy to say that I just want to be with someone, or I guess with somebody that I care about?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean that you don't care about them. We just got to find the right person.
Yeah, do you think I'm weird?
No.
Well, you said Ben was weird. So, like, maybe you think I'm weird too.
No, I think you're cool.
You can be honest with me.
I be honest.
I know. Laura's a sloppy drunk.
This is all new to me, and I just constantly feel like I'm embarrassing myself.
Oh, no, I don't think you need to be worried about embarrassing yourself at all. I think you're a free spirit. And I wish I could be more free, but I feel like I just crumble under pressure, and you also are more honest than I want to be. I mean,
Wait.
I admire your honesty.
So you want to be like a liar?
Isn't that what an author is? Like a really good liar?
Stories are not lies. But
yes, that's true.
I feel like maybe it's the alcohol and not real Laura. I don't feel like I'm a free spirit at all. I'm just
what?
trying to be okay.
Yeah. I feel like we all kind of are. But you're already ahead of the game because this is you, and I make the okay symbol with my hand.
Is there an asterisk that says I'm a weirdo?
When did Creep come out?
I think it actually is out by now. I think it was either 94 or 95.
1993.
If you are, then that's the one song I do know. The Creep song from Radiohead. And that's a banger.
I'm going to make you the best mixtape.
I like that song. You could base it off that.
Okay, I'll put that as number one song. And you're going to listen to this on repeat. And Andy's going to like it too.
Yeah.
I was going to make you roll for this, but you guys are having such a nice moment. I'm not going to spoil it. So instead of making you roll to see how the rest of your night goes, the band keeps playing. They play Stricken Games, which is more of it's a longer song, sort of to fill the rest of some time between their bigger hits. And you actually run into a group of older rock women, sort of like a group of those women who will like find their favorite band and define their personality based on it. And they come over to you and sort of like adopt you in the middle of the bar and like start buying you drinks, and you have just like this wild rock night with these very cigarette-laden older women wearing bands shirts that have gone out of style years ago. And they take you under their wing, and eventually after a encore of Shadows of Star, you hop on the late bus back to UBC. How I get the impression that neither Marie nor Laura really get blackout drunk or really that drunk ever. As you ride the bus, it's sort of that in and out feeling of like you had a really good night, but you're just holding it together until you can get to your house / dorm. How are you each feeling in that moment?
I think Marie is holding in her bladder as best as she can, but really focusing on how much she has to pee. And the neon lights as we like drive up Granville Street before crossing over the bridge are just like blurring together, almost like lights on a Christmas tree do. And she's sort of like taking a mental picture of what she's seeing, how she's feeling with Laura, and like remembering what they were talking about, and is just soaking in the moment.
I think Laura is feeling, despite the drunkenness and like that feeling that makes you, that washes over you of like, whoa, when you have been drinking. It's like a contentedness. Like I just had a really nice night with somebody and I was able to be myself and it wasn't an issue. And got to hang out with these older women with their cool shirts. Like Laura probably thought that was the coolest thing. Like we're hanging out with real rockers. And but just this calm ride home, feeling probably a little bit of safety and comfort being with Marie. And like that sense of like, I think we bonded. I think we had like a really, it's like that moment in a relationship where stuff changes a little bit. And so feeling that kind of solidity in their dynamic, and that feels safe and comforting to her.
And as you partially remember riding the bus, the time is 12:04 a.m. Officially Saturday, September 17th. Benjamin has offered to drive Nate and Andy to the location of the hockey team party in his truck if the two of you would allow it.
Yeah, I'm down.
And he plays some Tragically Hip on the cassette as he heads northwest towards the beach area where there's a cluster of trees and woods for a proper bush party. As he sort of drives in dirt road, you can see the glow of the fire that's already been lit off in the woods. You guys, like, never been to a bush party? Is this normal and cool? Is this like, are we gonna sacrifice something? The cult's a joke, right? This isn't. We're not actually.
Yeah,
fucking...
you're the snacrifice.
The snacrifice. Good one.
Just kidding, man. No, there's no sacrificing. But sometimes people do get a little rowdy. People can be a little crazy sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
though.
I don't know that we had a lot of bush parties in high school. Also, calling it a bush party just feels weird. But yeah, we didn't have like, I don't think we had a lot of like
sexual.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, you're in like the bushes
In the
and
bush,
the trees,
yeah.
right? You know, I get it.
Yeah, but we didn't really have like.
But I
these
get what you're
kinds of
saying in
parties
the other
high school,
bushes,
so-
though.
I mean, hey, look.
Except for
I'm
they
still
never
single.
invite all the girls. What the hell?
And as you make it through, you can start to see the silhouettes of the hockey team. And he pulls up next to the collection of other vehicles that have sort of formed a circle, semicircle around the fire. He shuts off the engine. And you see Chase. I wrote down their names. One moment. Chase,
Chet,
and Brad, as well
Wrote them
as
down, too.
the other members of the hockey team. There are a few other first years, but there's a lot of second years or seniors. And you see they have just so much beer, mostly cheap local beer. I'm not going to name one in case I pull an anachronistic again. And Chase sort of waves you down. He says, "Oh, hey guys, see you brought a friend."
Yeah,
Yep.
this is Benjamin.
Yeah, he hangs out. Do you like your puppy or something?
No, he's
our friend.
Nate's roommate too, or like
Come on,
classmate.
guys. I'm fucking joking, guys. Come on.
I don't know
You
with
want a
you
beer?
sometimes, Chase. Also, the first time you guys had an interaction was not cool, bro.
Yeah, bygones be bygones. Whatever. And he grabs a
All
beer
right,
from the
bygones
cooler
be
and just,
bygones. I can drink to that.
starts
right.
throwing you guys some beers.
And Andy will just catch it in her hand.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll catch one and then sling it over to Benjamin.
All right. Are we doing this?
1 sec.
Are
I
you
gotta
rolling
roll
to see if Benjamin catches it?
I am, yes.
Oh my god.
1 sec.
Oh,
Oh,
72 versus
Wait.
65.
Can I?
it hits him in the chest and he like fumbles and it falls and hits a rock and you just hear the as it
Ooh.
spins on the ground and sprays his feet.
Party foul!
You gotta get it. Grab it.
He picks it up and puts his thumb on it, and puts it up to his mouth and opens it. And
Yeah,
All right, we doing this?
And Andy will all like pop a hole in there in his like shake his like crazy and then pop a hole in it and then just like start chugging it too. Like
Yeah.
to
I
them.
jump in, I jam my thumb into mine. I just and then shotgun that.
he tries his best and gets a bunch on his face, and the other guys are just laughing. All right, well, we got all you guys here. I guess this is we've had a few practices, but this is the official welcome to the team. Some of you have had a bit of a rough start, and he looks at you, Andy. But I think with enough discipline, and looks over at you, Nate, you guys will really shape up to be a great team. And just sort of like looks at the others, and Brett, Brad, Chet. They just sort of agree. There's probably a guy named Brett too.
Definitely.
All right, we got a bit of a ritual we like to do here. You're all familiar with Wreck Beach, I imagine.
Are we familiar with Wreck Beach?
Because
Because I'm not familiar with Wreck Beach.
Yeah, are we?
I think based on how dedicated you guys said that you have been to your studies and work, probably not.
Okay.
The
Andy will fake it. like
Yeah.
Like he does know what it
just
is.
nodding along.
Yeah. And he's just gonna be like,
Yeah.
Totally.
totally
We
does
are-
not.
a few of the first years like look at you and they're like, yes, of course, yeah. Well, for those of you, I mean, you clearly know, so we're actually pretty close to Wreck Beach. Few trees over. It's a bit of a walk down the hill, but it's a special beach. So here's what we're gonna do. First years, you're gonna strip down, head down those stairs to Wreck Beach, and you're all gonna run into the water together. Real unifier.
Hell yeah. Some skinny dipping. Let's do it.
Yeah. Can I roll a psychology roll, because I think after what Andy had said about Benjamin being uncomfortable around me, I feel like I know that he's not real comfortable around dudes like this. And I don't know how comfortable he is skinny dipping with a bunch of hockey dudes. Can I do like a quick check just to see how Benjamin's feeling?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I have a 10 in psychology. So here we go.
I like that you're thinking that Nate's thinking about it though.
Yeah. That's a 75 versus 10.
He seems to be playing along. He grabbed another beer and is just like drinking it now.
All right, he's into it. Yeah. I just immediately start throwing off clothes.
Oh yeah, Andy's ready to drop trow. He'll get in on this.
The other first years as well start doing it and like slam back their drink and throw it to the side. And it is quite a bit of a trek. A few of the seniors have flashlights, but it's like pitch dark.
Just a bunch of teenagers walking naked through the woods. It's so
I don't think Andy's gonna walk. Andy's gonna run. Andy's gonna look to you, Nate, and be like,
Race you there, yeah.
Sounds good. Nate has no idea where we're going, but I'm running in the direction that Andy looks like he's running. So I would be like, "Come!" I'm gonna yell out, "Come on, Benjamin, get in here! You look like a sprinter!" And see if he can beat us.
He starts sprinting after you, all of you butt ass naked, running off into the woods. Give me an intelligence roll.
Oh boy.
all of us?
I have a suspicion about what's happening.
Because
here.
Andy's I'll say Andy because you're leading and
Okay.
Nate was just following.
Okay. 62 out of 70. Ooh, that was close.
You are carrying this squad, Margaret.
You start running through the woods for a while, and he had said Wreck Beach is pretty close, but you realize as you run into the woods that you would probably be able to hear waves at some point, but you kind of get lost a bit. Or not, yeah. You realize that Wreck Beach is not close.
All right. Is anyone else ahead of me?
No, you booked it. You can hear shouting off in the distance, but you've run far enough that the fire is kind of blocked by the interlocking tree branch or tree, and you can occasionally see the flash of a flashlight, but beyond that, you sort of like
Andy's
brought
gonna
yourself
wait
in the middle of the woods.
and like on the side of the like at the edge of the forest, we're far enough away from the fire, and start gathering all the people, the first years who are like running this direction as they're running naked past him.
You get a couple of them, but
And he's like whispering. He's like,
Hey, come here. Come on. This is all a fucking joke, but we're gonna turn it around on them. Come on.
Okay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna beat him up?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far. We should not beat them up. It's something funny. We gotta get enough people back. Those two just freaking ran off. They're gonna be running forever. I don't think there's really a beach this direction. I think it's like a hazing thing.
Okay.
I
Where are their
think we
cars?
try to creep them out. We make them think like someone's in the forest.
Oh. Okay. I've been watching so I watch WWE, you know.
Yeah.
The forehead,
yeah.
You cut the forehead, a lot of blood. One of us comes running out of the forest, pretends like they've been seriously hurt. And they got like a bunch of blood.
Don't cut your
It's just a
forehead.
little
That's
cut.
wild.
Well, I could cut your forehead, or you could cut mine.
I don't think anyone needs to cut anyone's forehead.
Okay, well, it's
That's
just
a
an
little
idea.
That's a little too much. That's too much.
It's what Degeneration X would do.
All right, rock, paper, scissors. Who cuts whose head?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I always go with
Oh,
rock.
damn it! You were doing best of three or what?
No, you do me.
all right. I guess
I'll find a rock.
I'm gonna find a stick or something and like try to cut his head.
Just like a little slice.
Yeah,
I won't make you roll
slice.
for it. You can get it deep, and you feel like you cut pretty good across the forehead. And Nate, you just feel the warm blood start to
Does it hurt?
trickle down your
You
face.
okay?
No, it feels
it's bloody,
great.
dude.
Well, not
Okay.
great, but it's fine. It's perfect. It's great. And I take some of it and start to like try and smear it on like my upper half to make it look worse. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run in, and then you guys make weird noises and scare him, okay? All right, sounds good.
All right, yeah.
I go stumbling through back in the direction of the fire, and if I can, do I hear anybody?
You hear cries, like calls and like grunts and stuff. And as you stumble just on the outside of the radius of light from the bonfire, you see that one of the first years has been like tied up to a tree as Chase and his friends are throwing all of the clothes into the fire.
I am going to let out just a scream, like the most blood-curdling scream that I can possibly muster.
Chase like looks over and he says, "What the fuck?
Somebody in the woods! Killer! Help! Help!" And I like to stagger forward and like
they're gonna come
with
over here.
blood all over my hands.
They already
put my hands
took that
on.
one kid out.
Roll me a fast talk. See if you can convince Chase that there is indeed a killer.
Okay, I have a 5 in this.
I'm
Do I get
good at
any
it.
sort of benefit?
I love that. No, it's just not hard, but it will be very difficult. I love Nate's choices of doing things he's not good at.
We're trying out there. Here we go.
You got this. Oh my god.
It's a 96 versus 5.
Oh no, he's like bleeding and the guy doesn't believe him. Oh no.
I'm fully bleeding, somehow utterly unconvincing.
Chase just sort of like standing with the fire like illuminating his face, just like looks over at you in disgust. You're just a fucking embarrassment, man. This was supposed to be fun. We were gonna tie you up and leave you here with your clothes burnt in the fucking fire, but this is just sad.
Not as sad as what's about to happen to you. And I like to rush forward and try to pants him. It's the only thing I can think to do.
Go ahead and no, I'll we're getting near the end. I'll say that you do, and it like pulls him off guard, and a bit of a brawl breaks out. And as Andy and the other first years come in, there's this sort of like brouhaha between the first years and the seniors, and we see off to the side Benjamin, stone still, staring at the blood that fell off of Nate onto the forest floor. His face goes cold and pale, and almost without thinking, he walks towards his truck. There's a steel box that goes across the horizontal of the back of his truck for supplies and chains and whatnot, and he opens it and he pulls out a rifle and he points it directly at Chase. Everyone get in the fucking truck. Nate, Andy, get in the fucking truck. We're leaving.
Look, man, calm
Get
down.
in the
It's gonna be fine. All right, as long as you put the gun down, then we'll put the
Get
gun
in the
down,
truck, please.
and we'll get in the truck. Come on. Come on, Nate.
I sort of walk slowly away. He's still pointing it at Chase.
At Chase, who's just gone like still now, like mid punch, just stopped.
Hey, Benjamin, dude, you're kind of scaring everybody.
In the truck. Just get in the truck.
We're
Nate.
getting in the truck. We want you to put the gun down, okay? It's gonna be all right. All right, Benjamin.
It's gonna be okay.
Right, Chase? It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Do you get in the truck?
We
Does he
slowly get in the
does he
truck,
lower
but I
the
think
gun at all?
He
yeah.
like backs up as you pass him towards the
Okay.
driver's seat.
Then I'm going to turn around and be like, ha ha, we got you. We got you. It's just a BB gun, you idiots. And I'm going to take him and try and put him in the truck as I run in the truck as well. And be like, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
He turns on the truck and begins to back out. And the entire drive back.
I just scream out, it was a BB gun, you idiots. Ha ha, as we're driving away.
We're like butt naked, all three of us.
Please continue narrating, I'm sorry.
He doesn't say a word as he drives out of the forest and back to the dorm. And back in Tilly's. You knew it was coming. You all stare at this phone, the undulating plant, to some of you. The synapses in your brain fire and crackle. Even to those of you who sustained looking at this picture, freeze, motionless, staring at this phone. And Laura, you panic, uncontrollably start screaming, and with all of the force that you can, you throw the phone across the room, and it shatters.
What the fuck is that? Did you see that? Did you fucking see that? It was fucking moving.
I didn't see it moving, but I believe you. There's something there. Carl's gonna get up. Okay.
The moment it shatters, all of the fear, all of the synapses, everything that you were scared about looking at that phone disappears. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Oh, so good.
Ah!
I like how everyone rushed to change for just like 5
wasn't fast
seconds.
enough. Laura's got too many pieces.
I have a
realized-
whole shirt over here. I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to put that on.
I forgot to put my hair up for
got
the
my
whole
whistle.
episode, so I had red hair. Oh well.
It's okay.
It's okay. I forgot to say the date. I completely lost what time and date it was. I was too in the moment.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna turn off the creepy music. We're back to chillin' vibes.
Breathe. Breathe.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed another episode of Project Morana. We can't wait for the next one. We're going to record an after show right after this. But before we do that, of course, we want to do all our thank yous and then also let these wonderful people say where you can find them at. So first and foremost, we would like to thank our sponsor. Thank you, Roll20, for sponsoring today's episode. It was a good one. If you're curious how we do our rolls and our dices and things like that and our character sheets, it's all through Roll20. We get asked that a lot, so that is how we do it. You can also check out our merch at designbyhumans.com/shop/roll4. Is officially fall, y'all. So get yourself a cozy sweater and all that jazz. And of course, we would like to thank our supporter today, Hero Sheep. Bah! Thank you, Hero Sheep, for supporting today's episode. And if you would like to become a supporter like Hero Sheep, you can become a legend tier or above over on our Patreon. And that not only gives you access to supporting an episode, but to a private GM to game where one of our lovely cast members sometimes will be GMing. This time I'm going to be GMing and it's going to be for our Halloween RPG game. So you will affect the makings. It's going to be nice. And of course, there's tons of other goodies over on our Patreon. So if you check out our Patreon, you can get our character sheets as well as a ton of other goodies. You can also subscribe to us right here on Twitch and get access to our VODs in advance as well as emotes. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use your Amazon Prime to subscribe to us for freezies. Otherwise, Jeff Bezos gets the money. So you decide if that's what you want to happen with your Amazon Prime. You can also become a YouTube member and get access to some of those emotes. And whether you're a YouTube member, Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon supporter, you get access to a private Discord where we'll see how lucky we were today, if it increased or decreased our luck. And of course, we know that not everyone can support us in a monetary way, but there's a ton of ways for you to support us, non-monetary ways, like watching us live here on Twitch, making clips while we're live, watching us on YouTube, subscribing, liking, commenting, following us on Twitter or X, Facebook, liking, sharing, retweeting, all of the things. It may seem weird, like if you don't have a lot of followers, but it actually matters a lot because it's all about the algorithms and making them go where and making people find our lovely stories and all of the goodness. But without further ado, these lovely people don't only do wonderful things here on Roll4It, they also do lots of other great stuff. And I'd love for them to get an opportunity to say where you can find them at and what projects they're working on currently. So first and foremost, we're gonna kick it off with our game master, the Keeper. Kelly, where can people find you at when you are not gorgeously putting together the pieces for every episode? Keeping us on edge.
You can find me at the Mind Right on as the socials, most of them, the Twitter and X. I don't really use it anymore, but the Blue Skies, the co-hosts, the hives, the ins, the outs. It's the Mind Right or Kelly Right, but I don't remember which ones. So look for both. I'm great at this, y'all. I'm more consistent and. Definitely a good place to find me would be on Tabletop Titties, where I am the storyteller for our Vampire the Masquerade game. Titties by Night. It is a Victorian London supernatural investigator show. And it's super fun. And I'm so sorry, Margaret, for what has happened to you on that show.
Look, it was amazing. I got to eat fish.
Yeah, that's true. And you can check out Drinking and Screaming, which is Shar and I's spooky cocktail and horror movie podcast, which both of those things showed up in this episode. Yeah. I'm a fraud, Yale. Margaret told me Jaeger bombs came 1997, so
I said in the chat that the town pump was ahead of its time and was just
they invented
creating a
it.
signature drink that turned into the Jaeger bomb.
Well, I think it was the first
classically
documented thing was in California in 1997, but someone else could have made a Jaeger bomb before that.
It's West
true.
Coast, right? We're West Coast.
Yeah.
Basically the same place.
Yeah. California, Vancouver, basically, yeah.
All right, go ahead,
All right.
someone else.
Okay, cool. Next up, we've got Laura Flowers, played by Play Katie Play. Where can people find you at when you are not getting drunk in bars?
Laura is a lightweight. I'm Katie Peters Plays. Go to my channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/Katie Peters Plays. All my links are there for all my socials, so you can find that. And the two podcasts I have, Katie hasn't seen that, where I watch movies I should have seen by now, but I haven't, and I'm watching them and telling you what I think. And then also Quantum Drive, which is about the Orville TV show with my friend Rob. I'm on another show Fridays called Duacroma Outlook that also features Bentham, which is pretty fun. Some of you from Roll4It will know who that is, but that's every Friday, and that's based
He's
in
our
the Alien
CEO,
universe.
in case you don't know.
I know, if you don't know who Bentham is. But yeah, I think that's what I've been getting up to. I decorated my background for Halloween, so things are about to get spooky in my neck of the woods. So that's me.
It's gorgeous, or gorgeous. There we go for the gourd. There, wrong thing for me. And next we've got
Cute.
Jeremy Cobb, who plays Nate. Where can people find you at when you are not getting naked in the woods and calming people down while there's guns?
That's pretty much all I do. Now you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky. On Twitter and Blue Sky, I'm Jeremy Cobb 1. That's Cobb with 2 B's, the number 1. On Blue Sky, or excuse me, on Instagram, I am the Cobbmeister. And you can also find me. I'm on a bunch of different shows. I'm on 3 Black Halflings, TTRPG, and /nerd podcast. I'm on the Quantum Reactor, which is a sci-fi movie review podcast. I'm probably going to be making some guest appearances soon on the Dungeon Masters Block, which is a DMing podcast specifically for D&D. And I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, streaming Fallout New Vegas, Deus Ex Human Revolution, and Baldur's Gate 3. There may be some extra dates added, some streaming dates added as well there. And if you want to play D&D with me, you can do it on a boat, D3 at Sea. I'm going to be on a cruise ship DMing for people this fall. So go to d3atc.com and sign up to play with me. Yee! And I think that's basically everything.
All right. And last but not least, we've got Marie Wilson, played by Shar. Where can people find you at when you are not like whipping out like a story on the fly? Like, what was that?
Hi, everyone. I'm at Charlene Bayer on all social media. And otherwise, if I'm not on Roll4It, you can find me on Tabletop Titties, where we're a TTRPG actual play show run entirely by people of marginalized genders. And I'm the DM of our D&D show, which is Dragon Age inspired for its current season that we're doing right now. And check out Drinking and Screaming. It's going to be October soon. It's basically spooky season right now. I love that podcast. And there's such a backlog for everyone that wants to find out about horror movies through a queer and feminist lens. That's it.
Awesome. And I'm Margaret Crone. You can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I do lots of things on the internet. And if you would like to see those things, just follow me. And I also make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation. And you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And with that, we're going to go record an after show. And we'll see y'all next week. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Don't go running naked in the forest.
Bye.
Bye.